see, 6. I'm Rick, here with the whole gang. Yeah, I'm asshole. Mr. Bitters, Dimmy, Jolts, Matthew, Orion, and Trister. This is Towers of Dreams, a D&D 5e Eberron campaign. Last week, what do I got? Last session, the party finished resting in the workshop of Tyrael Deshar and chased after and faced down Corolla Sattler herself deep in the underbelly of Sharn. She summoned a vicious creature of fire, and after a tough battle, the party were victorious. Rescuing Bennett Allswell, they retreated back to the Shamokar with a enemy warlock in tow. And before we begin here, I got some updates on the channel. One, subscriptions are now available for affiliates, so you can now subscribe. You can now like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I get half of all.
Nice.
I get half of any subscription money that you do through Twitch, and eventually gonna have some sort of emotes available. Probably that cat that you see on my channel a lot, but with a smug face. I need to figure out how to edit it to look smug properly, because every attempt I've done so far looks pretty terrible. I'm not an art. I do not art. Or have not for a very long time.
Why don't we just give you the $5 instead of splitting half and half?
That is also an option if you wish to just, send a donation through Streamlabs. I get all of that, minus like PayPal fees. But the option's there. Gary from my Thursday group has subscribed, commented, and subscribed.
If he did it first, I mean, jeez.
Yeah, if you've got,
he say first?
I can also get. He did not say first. He didn't even tell me. He was that considerate about it. But yeah, that's the option's there now, so that's neat, I suppose. But moving on from that, we now continue as the party has, I believe, just rested in the Shamokar, or was just going to rest.
There was a question of whether we would talk to Bennett about what happened.
Yeah, Bennett has been. Where was Bennett? Bennett went to rest, I suppose. He has gone to rest in. Who's he sharing a room with? That's the question.
Well, I mean, Tranquility doesn't sleep, so if nothing else, he can be safe in my room.
And of course, I'd offer mine as well. It's just where honestly.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, you can. Yeah. Like, I'll take this closet. You can sleep in the apartment behind it.
Yeah, but the difference is that one of those, it's like a really chill Zen robot, and the other one is, can I draw your skin?
Yeah, exactly.
You need to examine all the torture techniques they used on you.
I don't have a working knowledge of human anatomy, but let me try and fix you.
I promise, it's for medicinal purposes.
Oh god.
You don't have to say that if you live in Colorado.
God damn it.
Anyway.
Alright. So you guys are deep within the Shamokar. What are you guys doing?
Resting. Did we have our rest? I think we had our rest, didn't we?
No, Bennett went to sleep, and we were about...
Bennett did go to sleep, because he was near death. Is near death. Still.
Then I am going to... I will, after our shitty ale, I will go ahead and go to rest as well, since I just need to talk to Bennett.
Yeah, and Toussaint spent some time with that warlock lady and got to know her, and...
Oh, right.
There was that.
Should we interrogate her, or should we do that in the morning?
We should get a good long rest after, obviously we can't do it right now, but we should obviously benefit from a long rest to make sure that our wounds are nice and healed for once. And then perhaps we should sit and have a proper conversation with the lady.
Might I recommend that instead of she staying in Toussaint's room, she stays in Creep's room?
He's better.
I don't know.
I have faith that Toussaint would not do anything to Reckless.
I stand there quietly at the Inquisition.
It's not so much whether Toussaint would do anything, but that Creep does not need to sleep, and if anyone were to enter, he could immediately rouse us all.
Wow.
That could be a good decision.
I do flip to the alarm spell in my book and show everyone.
Everyone
Can I
looks-
read it?
No.
Nothing,
Annika can probably notice it because alarm, I believe, is a artificer spell, but the rest of you have no idea what you're looking at.
Those are pretty looking runes.
I
That's
guess
very good
I-
penmanship.
I guess Ebonir can too. Just somehow kind of grasp what this page on the spell book does.
It speaks to you.
It does. It speaks to me. Yes, that will do well, I think.
He nods and says, "Very well. I will ensure that she is not recaptured and stays safely within custody until time for interrogation."
Then we are settled for the night, then.
Interrogation sounds so improper. It's almost cruel in nature. I'm sure that's what they did to Bennett.
Asking her
wish-
questions?
That would be questioning her, not interrogating.
Fucking hell, you should join Ebony's book club.
I would love this.
I'll have you know that my book club in Ondare was the rave of the town.
I can attest to this. It was a
Really,
very...
how is the Brellish
interesting-
English dictionary? Did you move on to the thesaurus at all?
Oh, you're very funny, Goblin, aren't you?
People say so.
It's pretty
As
good.
those people lie.
It's pretty good.
Wow,
Well,
what
with
a
everything
dick.
settled, then I'm off to bed. I don't imagine I'll get much rest on that on the straw, but at least it'll be a little bit.
I think I shall go and do the same.
All right, I'm gonna open a.
Run calendar, shit.
No. Could you guys open the party sheet and go to order, and then kind of organize yourselves based like what rooms you're in? I will put Anna the Warlock and Bennett.
Come here, Bennett.
Yeah, you should be able to move everybody. Just group oh, God.
And no, I think we're moving Anna the Warlock to Creep's room, are we not?
Well, that's the idea. But right now, Toussaint is staring at her uncomfortably while she's pounding like.
Creep forward and hold up a hand and say, "I got this."
I did not touch her.
I did not.
I did
I did not.
Oh, hi, Creep.
This
Hello.
is horrible.
I think we've told that same joke last week too.
Yeah.
For this same thing
I was
by the
unaware
same
that-
character.
I was not aware that there were two creeps in the party.
I mean, it's Bitter's own fault for making Toussaint Wassault.
I love Toussaint though. He's such a cool character.
He is great.
If you take her, be aware she is a liar. She's a cheat, and she is a prude.
I would just recommend not chatting with her until we are all rested in the morning. Who knows what trickery she will try and do. And as disgusting as it is, I would recommend keeping that gag in place.
He nods his head and says, "That won't be an issue. I'll have multiple protection spells on her."
I have heard about you. Leave her skin on.
He looks over you slowly.
I'm just covering all our bases.
He nods. Very well.
You guys are off to a great start.
Just the tone you strike makes me question even more.
At least he didn't sigh. Fine.
Oh my god.
How is this order thing set up? As in, like,
Just sort of group yourselves around on
think
the
it's just-
marching in formation, and don't worry about watch order. You guys could set that up, but right now it's not that important, unless you are keeping watch.
No, I think we're all trying to rest.
except the Warforged, I guess.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
Warforges
don't need
will
sleep.
probably shift. Like, I'll take the first half, you take the second half.
All right, so we got
Yeah.
Bennett is napping in Tranquility's room. Creep and Anna are sharing room, and I guess the rest of you are sort of separate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Toussaint sleeps nude, and everybody knows it. So
Okay, you know, that's fair. That's fair.
You're gonna get
I-
straw all up in your bits.
it wouldn't be the first time.
Like the entire night, since I don't need to sleep, I'll just be sitting at the foot of the bed and observing her and kind of like trying to recall any kind of information I can based on any sort of jewelry or just anything that she'd be carrying on her that could give away a clue of some sort.
Roll me a clue to what?
Like if she's wearing a pendant with a symbol, or the clothes she's wearing, or just I'm looking for something that would potentially give away something.
Like,
Roll an Arcana check.
All right, I can do Arcana.
I mean, you're a wizard. You should be able to. I mean, I guess we had Edris last time.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, you also had.
Ooh,
Did he
Trophy
not
Hunter.
have Arcana trained?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe.
I'm skeptical of that. I'm skeptical of that.
No, the problem was Druskin, who was a cleric who didn't have religion claims.
Oh, great.
I do my god, and that's all I need.
Yeah, it was
I love
pretty self-centered.
I love the fact that in our previous campaign, our wizard was very much sort of charismatic all over the place, like very personality-wise, and in this one, our sorcerer is very by the book and learned. Position.
Like I offered Matthew several times to retrain Edris to wild magic sorcerer.
Oh yeah.
He never did.
That's true. Because you don't have as much choices to create havoc when you are a sorcerer. Limited spells and all that jazz.
Yeah, but when you do create havoc, I mean, you already fireballed the party, so you're already on the right track.
All right. Well, that 25, you recognize the symbol. She's got an amulet on her that is largely worthless, but it has some very arcane symbols that seem to be connected with Dolor, the realm of the dead. Let me see if I can find a thing for it.
Oh, god dang it. The second you say that, Creep immediately perks up.
Oh no!
Say that about you say that to a necromancer.
Yeah, the symbol that she has is similar in shape to the symbol of the sovereign. Basically, it's like three large tally marks with a vertical tally mark in between them. I'm too lazy to put this anywhere else, so I'm gonna put in Towers of Dreams, and then I'm gonna show the screenshot to the to the stream.
Oh, what's it look like?
It's in Towers of Dreams. It's like three tally marks next to each other with another tally mark going through them.
So, kind of like if you look in the party
Oh, I see
sheet,
it.
like this.
Yeah,
exactly like that.
It's similar to that. Yeah. You do recognize it as the symbol associated with Dolor, the realm of the dead, which it's said that every living soul goes there upon death. It is a place of shadows and death and apathy.
Same.
Also same. As you're looking at this, she looks at you and starts through her gag, which I think it was Toussaint that gracefully allotted that to the party.
I will.
I'm not going to describe what it looks like. You can just use your imagination.
Oh god. It does not help anything. Okay. But since she's in my room right now, I think I'm going to ungag her and look to her and say, I kind of stare at her. And then just say, these are the symbols of Dalur, the realm of the dead.
Yeah?
Do you understand what you're carrying?
I don't know anything. I don't remember much at all over the last few months. But I do know I really, really badly have to go to the bathroom. Kind Warforged sir, please. I don't wanna make a mess of myself. Not here. I'm already in a compromised enough position. At least that man isn't around. She shudders. Bound as she is.
He kind of sighs and nods his head as he just says, very well, but what's wrong with Toussaint? He has tilting his head.
He's a creep.
No, my name is Creep.
Oh, good lord, what have I gotten myself into? At least it's better than being controlled by that thing.
Controlled.
I really do have to go to the bathroom, though.
He sighs and nods as he will start to lead her to the bathroom. And before he puts her in the bathroom, though...
There is no bathroom. There is a bucket in the room. What kind of establishment do you think you're in?
That's right, I forget.
This is definitely not up to House Golanda's standards.
He kind of pinches his temple as he says, very well. He kicks the bucket over to her. It's clean because I don't need it. And also is going to cast alarm on the room and on the outside of the room to make sure that if she tries anything, the alarm will catch her.
She is hogtied at the moment. She looks at you pleadingly.
I'll wait out front.
Oh my!
She's tied up. She can't.
She's hogtied, man. Her legs and arms are tied behind her.
What I meant is, I am going to untie her, but at the same time, God dang it, this is a tough situation.
I mean, for you.
You wanted her.
Yeah, I'm sure Toussaint would be going around this an entirely different way, and
Oh god,
it would probably be just as awkward for the party either way, just in different ways.
Man, what I would not do for Gios right now.
It's a little above your pay grade right now, buddy.
You know it is. He sighs.
Howdy, hoody, whatty?
Gaius,
so I rolled a higher
Geese.
Arcana to know that she's not carrying any kind of like teleportation artifacts on her, right?
No, she doesn't have any magic items on her at all. She has a symbol of Dalur around her neck. She had an arcane focus rod, but sort of gave that away to the bartender.
All right. Is there any way out of the room other than the door?
No, there's not.
Okay. In that case, I will untie her. And I will.
You untie the knots, and she rubs her ankles and wrists. Oh, thank you. You're a lot more merciful than that other man.
I don't like the idea of wasting human life, so I will not. So that I will not torment you. Now.
He said as he harvested the soul of a living being a few moments ago.
Yeah.
He didn't waste it. He used it.
I used it.
course.
I didn't waste it. But yeah, he just says, "Please, if you do not try to escape, I will actually listen to you."
Oh, you're so understanding. She puts one of her hands on your arms in a sign that she appreciates this. Your social
He
link.
nods.
You level up your social link with her.
He'll
Now just give her
nod
5
his-
more arbitrary gifts and you can move on to the next conversation tier.
He'll nod his head and go to step out of the room to let her use the loo. I checked to make sure there was no other way out of the room.
I think it's more that you're going to get hit her on the head with a bucket when you open the door.
Ha!
All right, let me take.
hope not.
Let me.
Oh no. Oh no.
When the DM's like, yeah, give me a minute, you're like,
Yeah, give me a minute.
Why jolts?
So
Alright,
you
you have
hear
an alarm
her
spell.
you hear her moving around and making some noise, and then the door is blasted off its hinges, and you are enveloped in darkness. And the what style of the alarm spell did you put on? It can either trigger in your head or make a loud ringing sound.
Loud ringing sound.
Oh, thank God. At least you did something.
Oh no! This is even worse. Oh, no.
The-
just keep an eye on that prisoner that you've got.
So we all hear this, right? Yeah.
Yes, an audible alarm, like the sound of a handbell, begins ringing. And as you burst out of your rooms, as I assume you do, unless you're just gonna, leave this alone. You can just leave this alone.
No, I'll tell Ben I'll be right back.
No. We're bursting out.
You see a wall of darkness recede away from Creep's room and into the main hall, and people are starting to make a ruckus in there.
I chase after her at my
As-
monk speed.
I chase after her as fast as I can as well.
Yep.
Am I okay?
You are okay. You were just thrown off, just thrown by the blast. You didn't take any damage.
Am I able to react?
You are able to react, but you cannot see her. You can only see a large, 20-foot diameter orb, sphere of darkness through which your vision cannot pierce.
Wait a minute. I can
Magical
see
darkness.
how much is it?
20. It is 10-foot radius.
Oh,
Actually,
is
it might be larger. Let me take.
okay.
A peek.
Is she making her way towards the door?
No, she is in the main room causing a ruckus. Oh, sorry, it's a
Yeah.
15-foot radius. It's much larger than that. It's 30 feet across, it filled most of the hallway, and is now filling a large amount of the main room of Shamukar.
What did we lose?
Okay. So I'm gonna I'm yelling out. We can't attack her in here. We have to wait till she exits.
I'm just going to keep pace with her.
And I
Dude.
make my way towards the the main exit of Shamukar.
I using my monking fucking grace, I'm going to catch her quickly.
You catch up to her, but the dark. We're talking a 30-foot wide sphere of darkness. You cannot
Yes.
see into it. You cannot see her.
I'm just going to run down outside and wait for her to find her only way out of this darkness, and which should be, this way, right? There's no other exits from here.
Yeah, so she causes a huge ruckus in the main room of Shamukar. People are, monster kind of all kind, throwing their tables over, trying to get out of the way. Some of them looking to draw swords, but kind of looking around, not sure what's going on. The tall, red-skinned and horned bartender is unsure of what to do. About to, Matthew. Did Matthew die?
Yeah, he DC'd.
A little bit.
He died. It's okay. It's okay.
That was such an awkward
was fine.
situation. God dang it.
Jolt, you're a genderless robot. Just stay in the room.
He's too generous, though. He's literally that's his problem. He's too generous.
Yeah, generous.
Oh, we lost Matthew. Okay.
Yeah, we lost Matthew. He'll be back.
The good
eventually,
thing
I suppose.
about my credo, I'm only generous once. The second time you die,
That's just rude. So yeah, the sphere of darkness does retreat outside.
Okay,
Uh,
as soon as she steps outside, I want to cast a spell around the darkness.
What spell?
Web.
Okay. So like once you're out in the streets and the trouble of Shamakar is behind you, you cast web.
Can I describe this?
Yeah, describe it.
Because this is it. So probably most sorcerers come up and like it looks like spider webs appearing out of everywhere. For Ebonier, it's like phantom-esque rolls of book tape suddenly launch from his sleeves and go and like start crisscrossing and making a web of book tape.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll that for her. The darkness slows down for but a few seconds and then continues past your 20-foot cube of web.
Shit.
Oh, hold on. This is moving darkness?
Yes, it is
She's moving
centered.
around.
It's
Can
centered
I
on
action
her.
point that?
You cannot action point a saving throw someone else makes.
Ah, damn it.
All right.
No,
so,
sucks, right?
So, using my heightened senses, can I try to perceive where she might be?
She's probably at the center of the darkness. However, as you start moving toward it, several streaks of crackling energy blast out, and I cannot do that. I have to do it on the combat tracker,
Oh gosh. Why?
and smacks you,
Ah!
and you are dying because you did not finish a.
No, unfortunately,
finish
we
a
had
rest.
someone release a prisoner.
Can I?
I have an idea, but I'll go in turn.
Yeah, I want to like. Once I'm out of Shamakar, sort of keep an eye on the darkness and where it's going, but kind of blend into presumably the people around here and like into the shadows. Try to like get out of sight and follow it.
Okay. She is like hurrying through the tunnels and trying to actively lose you. So I'm gonna crack open them chase rules.
Can I do one thing then?
You can do maybe one thing.
All right. I pull out the book of the Littlest Moon book, and I scream at her, and then I cast Minor Illusion to make a flame around it, and I say, Anna, if you take one step farther, I will let this book burn, and you will have to explain to your master why it is gone from this planet.
You get a bunch of weird looks, especially from the people in the large bazaar near Shamakar, but she does not stop. She does not. The concept of self-preservation is overtaking her previous task.
All right, I guess we've got to go back to help Tranquility then.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Do you want to make a medicine check for him?
Yeah.
As for Annika, and okay, yeah, you stabilize him. You stabilize him.
Thank
Stable.
you.
As for Annika, so you're chasing after her, trying to stay stealthy, right?
Yeah, without losing
Yeah.
her.
All right.
I will prioritize staying within sight of her to staying stealthy, but
Yeah. Well, darkness lasts a long time. So she does. Okay, first of all, roll a stealth check.
it's
You got
tough
this.
check.
Hey.
Not bad.
Okay. Let's see. And now make a perception check.
Not as good at this.
Still got it.
Eh.
You follow her for what is probably about a quarter mile through the tunnels, crissing back and forth and back and forth. However, you unfortunately lose track of her.
Balls.
Yeah.
Do I know where I am?
You do. You can find your way back quite easily.
Okay, good.
But she does manage to get away. Just barely, though. You could probably keep tracking her, but you're alone, and you're down in Shamukar. It's not yourself you're so much worried about, it is just the rest of your party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start, once it's sort of clear that she's gone, Annika will start heading back. Again, sort of prioritizing stealth, though, because, like you said, on her own.
Yeah, you make it back to the Shamukar quite easily, but unfortunately empty-handed.
Welcome back, Everest.
Welcome back,
I mean,
Matthew.
Everest.
Headfirst.
Matthew.
Welcome back, Everest.
I'm so
God.
sorry. I'm so used to it. I'm so sorry, Aldrin. Shit.
So sorry about that. And like, you could have crashed. Apologize. Happens.
Oh, we
Um,
lost Anna.
You know.
Oh, did she run away?
Yeah, she got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tragic.
So
pretty tragic.
once tranquility.
That's the
is,
power of darkness and being able to see through darkness.
So
I fucking love that about Warlock so much.
once tranquility is stable, he will Ebonir will try and lift him up as best as he can and get him back to his room, and then we'll pointedly go have a conversation with Creep.
Oh boy. Creep was actually on his way to spare the dying on him, so he would actually probably be pretty near you.
All right, so I'm assuming then your Creep would help me carry him back to the room.
Yes.
Creep, what happened?
He kind of sighs a bit and says, "Well, I casted the alarm spell, and
Yes.
I observed that she had the runes of the dead, and I was curious about this, though I then found out that she apparently really had used the restroom.
Okay.
So I did not think it was good to allow our prisoner to soil themselves.
Okay.
I put up the spells to make sure the room would not be left unattended, and then stepped out of the room to let her take care of her business.
Why did you step out of the room?
It's sort of bad company to stare at someone while they use the loo.
Oh man,
She's
someone in the chat just did point something out to me. I'll have that come out up later. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Oh man, I'm not in the chat now.
No.
Almost for sure.
Oh,
I
don't
don't
worry
want to be
about-
now because
Don't worry
No,
about
I already
that.
looked at it. Oh, too
Mm.
late. I saw it. Anyway, never mind.
Don't worry about that.
Bad form. She's a prisoner. You don't.
Not looking.
She's a prisoner. Why would you ever leave a prisoner alone, especially a magic user, untied? Oh,
I
I've
have
got a
confidence in my
headache.
magic. Apparently, though my magic did its job, we were very bad at chasing.
I would have preferred not to have to chase her in the first place. Just help me get this bag of wood and stuff back to his room so we can at least recover.
Hey, it has a name.
Shut up, Tranquility. You're unconscious.
Whose fault is that?
Suddenly leaving the prisoner with Toussaint is not such a bad idea, huh?
I am forced to admit that you are correct in this situation.
Yes, you are.
This is the day the party learned never to leave Creep alone with the prisoner. Not for
Today
the
was the day we
reasons.
learned never to leave Tranquility alone. Not
Not-
Tranquility, Toussaint.
Not for any reason you originally thought, though.
Yeah.
he looks over and says, "In my defense, he kind of holds up a finger like, in my defense, do you really believe what I did is going to be worse than what Toussaint would have done?"
I would have let her soil herself.
I would
Wait, did
What
Toussaint
could
put
be?
any pants on when he left his room?
I mean, he didn't go out for the chase. He kind of came out like he'd been relaxing when they came back up the stairs. So he probably had time to do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Rick's like, I'll allow that.
All right.
I mean,
Perhaps. Well,
As you
whatever-
guys walk back into the Shamakar, you do get a lot of disapproving glares, but because you didn't do any fighting in there, no one is, murdering you right now. You did
Yes,
very
sir.
well not to cast any harmful spells in there.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been very, very bad. All right. I have a headache. I suppose the rest of the party can yell at you about this later. I'm going back to bed.
Is your headache's name Creep?
It is. I have decided to name all of my headaches Creep or Annika. This one's a creep headache.
Just brilliant.
Hey, look! This entire half the party is totally unwanted. Oh.
No.
just-
Me and Creeper wanted you're unconscious.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Annika, Ebonir, and Creep can all get inspiration. That was been pretty good.
Hey,
Been pretty good.
I still don't need it because I have this version.
use your inspiration.
Just always use it.
Always
Dude,
use
he downed me in one hand. I had nothing I could do.
Use it earlier.
You could have action pointed it.
I didn't want to give you an action point.
it. Yeah, who
Learning
knows how many
about
action
that.
points you have at this point?
I got 6.
Oh, God. Okay.
Jesus, now everyone knows.
May I suggest that we all go to bed? Given that she's just escaped, we probably have to leave first thing in the morning.
Oh, I am pretty certain that she's gone to tell someone where we are.
Yes, and they won't attack, but there's no reason to leave, wounded as we are, especially with Tranquility not conscious. We at least need to recover. I have no more spells left.
We are in Shamokar.
They won't
The
attack us here.
The chances of them coming after us are slim to none. There are many creatures much stronger than they.
We hope.
I suppose we sleep with the lights on tonight.
Ebonir goes to sleep. He puts his book back into the book of holding and returns to his
The book of holding.
the bag of holding.
You'll have, to
Book
get,
bag holding.
you'll have to get that custom later on, probably.
Oh yeah, the book of holding. That'd be great.
All right, so you
What's
guys,
the name of the land of the dead again?
Delore. I will spell it out because it's got a weird name.
Alright. Creep will kind of go back to his room a little bit upset at what happened, of course, but nonetheless intrigued, as he'll actually spend some time doing study on Delore.
I don't think you have any way to do that right now.
Not right now, but
yeah.
I mean, like going through the theory of necromancy and stuff like that, seeing if anything ties to that.
Some undead are sort of infused with the apathy of Delore. Some are infused with the lighter energy of another plane that has something to do with light. I don't recall exactly correctly. But we can look into that later.
Alright.
You guys do get a long rest.
Can I, implying that I cook something from them in the morning, my dried meats and such, can I give them the ability from Gourmand?
Yes. Do you want to throw Gourmand in? I forgot what it is.
I shall definitely throw Gourmand in. Let me just find it. Aha! There we go. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, there we go.
Go to me.
For me? Gourmand?
Oh no, it's gone. There's no reference towards it.
Oh yeah.
no,
why
it's
is that?
there. It's there. You guys probably just don't have the UA open.
Oh. Oh, wait, I don't want to
Let's
download
see.
it.
During a long rest, you can prepare and serve a meal. The meal serves up to 6 people, and each person who eats it regains 2 additional hit dice at the end of a long rest.
Oh wow. Okay.
So for that, on your sheet,
Mhm.
where it says class and level, open that up and decrease the used option by 2.
Class and level.
Yeah, class and level, the little
yes, yeah.
magnifying glass next to that.
Increase what? Sorry, by 2.
The
Decrease by 2.
used. Yeah, decrease used by 2.
Okay.
Got it.
And then close that, and that's when Gourmand happens. That's what you have to do. I have no way of doing that for everyone all at once, unfortunately.
Do
I
I get
decreased
back
my
okay, by the
turn.
way?
Yes, you do get back stealthily. Sleep in. Everyone sort of calm down, and find your way back to the rest of the party.
Okay, we triggered a long rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So are these hit dice we can use now?
Yes.
Yes.
You can use them right now. What?
Love
Really quick. I should have had you roll wild magic for that web, because that would have been
Oh yeah.
funny. No, okay, that's fine. I'm sure that you'll trigger it one day where it matters.
Yeah.
I'm
Like catching
sure-
mage armor again.
I'm still down 20 hit points.
Jesus,
Correct.
is that even after you gain the extra 2 back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you should have also regained back.
I know. I got 2 additional from her thing.
I
'Cause
can
I
give
only-
you
I
some
only-
morning gloving.
1, 2. I only saw you roll 2.
I know. I had none.
No, you took a long rest, so you should have had 2 back, and then should have gained 2 more back from Gourmand. So you should have gotten at this level all of your hit dice back. Yeah,
Oh. But fuck.
and then just
Fuck.
I tried, okay, I tried.
Thank you. Thank you
Wow.
for being so generous. You're a great GM. Ow.
That's horrifying.
All right, so you guys wake up rested, although still some of you are still hurting a bit.
I won't point any names, but
When we gather for breakfast, or I assume everyone's gathered for
Yeah,
breakfast.
you gather for breakfast that Aldrin prepares for you. He's given
Is Bennett
access to the kitchen again. Bennett is there, yes. He is looking much better, although still has many wounds and scars on him. I'm not going to roll hit dice for him because rolling hit dice for a NPC is hard.
Okay.
so me and Bennett come like gimping in together, like ow 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 ow.
Just before you get into your stuff, Ryan, I'm just gonna say to probably just Jolts that I'm gonna be having a conversation in the chat, just to not interrupt the actual story stuff
With
Oh, okay.
Jolts? Or
Okay.
with
Yeah.
me?
with Jolts. I'm just I just assumed you were going to be leading the story thing, so.
Oh, okay. I was just going to recommend, now that we've all eaten, that we should immediately exit these premises and maybe find a surreptitious way to do so. It seems that they very much know where we are now, thanks to Creep's ability as a watchman. So we better get up to the surface as fast as possible.
You'll make mistakes.
I could agree with that. Bennett says, sort of eating his. What did Aldrin make for the party, by the way?
Oh, so he used the dried meat, did some little spices, and do they have eggs under here or of any kind?
They've got some cockatrice eggs, which
Oh,
look and
Jesus.
smell like rotten eggs, kind of naturally.
Yeah. So I mean,
But they
are they edible?
they are edible.
It's not very good.
So he's gonna.
But
cook
they
up,
actually
yeah,
once they're all cooked up, they taste pretty good. It's just
really.
raw. They look and taste. They look and smell like rotten eggs.
Damn, Arnold Schwarzenegger would have a hard time with that. So yeah, he's gonna cook these up, make like a cheap imitation of a full English, and serve it up to the party. He's gonna withhold it from Creep for a while. Well, like 5 seconds, and then he says, "Here you go." And do not let the other members' words go to your heart. Say, "Don't mean it too much. We all still value you and appreciate you." And gives it to Creep.
Thank you.
Trista, are you like throwing keys around?
I mean, it was a bottle cap, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Also, yeah, there were keys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nailed it.
So Bennett eats gratefully and says, I agree with Ebonier. We really should get out of here as quickly as possible in case that woman has even more reinforcements.
Yes, I agree.
Or if she can summon that foul fire beast again. Surprised that you lot managed to fight it down. I've gotten a lot stronger since I met you.
Surprises to us as well.
I need to thank you again. If not for you lot, I probably would have died on this this little research into who wanted this book.
Rick, is there like a trash bin or like a fire pit or something around that's open? Like a fire pit or something?
Sure. There's like a fairly large fire pit that's just has some embers in it. It's not really going right now, but it's not too far.
Okay. Before we leave, I want to do something with that fire pit, but I'll wait till we leave.
Okay.
I also want to do a thing.
We all want to do things, but we're not. We
right.
can't. Not everyone can do everything all the time.
Things.
Does
I
anybody
believe
have
in you.
Does anybody have a way to disguise us?
I have a way to disguise me.
Do not look at me, unfortunately. I am unlearned in such ways.
Actually,
Maybe-
Annika has should have magical infusion now.
Perhaps.
Is that fourth level?
I believe that's 4th level.
I thought it was fifth level.
Infuse magic.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit.
get it alongside your first ASI. So you could disguise 3 people by infusing like a shirt for them or a hat or something for them, but that's not
Okay,
everyone.
Then I've got a plan.
There's more than 3 of us, though.
I have some makeup. I mean, we could dress up the Warforged like clowns and.
Or,
All right, that's 5 of us then. 2 Warforged as clowns, 3 of us as whatever, and then 1 more.
I am fine being me. It's never done me wrong.
Plus, I don't think you could pull off
fine in
beans.
my own skin.
Very well. Might I then suggest, Annika, if you would please be willing to to use your abilities to give us disguises, and then maybe Toussaint can like rough up his face, or maybe we could pretend he's a prisoner or something.
oh, you said please.
Yes, I said please. Are you happy now?
You're learning.
Aldrin whispers in Annika's ear to do not make him look too ridiculous, please. We will never hear the end of it.
Yes, I'm learning. See? My smile shows you I'm really very pleased to be saying please to you.
I almost liked you better when you were weird. I mean, the other kind of weird, not this.
Very well.
Hang on, I'm actually just rereading Infusion.
Okay.
Because if I've got it right, I don't even like it's you who cast the spell technically.
Yes, the person
So-
who activates the spell uses concentration. I believe it uses your stats for it still, but otherwise.
Yeah, but what I mean is, well, what I'm saying is that I won't have a say in what they look like because they will be the one activating the spell, right? So they
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Its best use is giving spells like blur and disguise self that are usually self only to party members, and that's one of the once you get second level spells at 7th level, and you can put blur on the fighter, like
Oh lord.
yeah, it's ridiculously strong.
Yes, the fighter.
We have the fighters. We have fighters. We have people who hit things.
Yeah. That's it.
Right, how's this? I'll disguise a couple of us. And then we pop over to that bazaar, grab some generic looking clothes, come back, dress up the others. We'll find something frilly for Toussaint. And then hop away in 2 separate groups, mixed up so that it's hard to recognize us together.
But the thing is that that leaves 2 of us undisguised. So I need some exciting different clothes as well.
Well,
I
yes,
mean-
I think that's the idea. I agree. This is a smart plan. If only we should meet up very quickly, since if we do encounter trouble, we don't want to be too far from each other.
Isn't all
Oh,
this
yeah,
planning going to just make it harder for us to get to the surface? Shouldn't we just hurry there as quickly as possible?
That
I'm
is always an
kind
option.
of with him. As much as I would enjoy doing your all makeup,
Should we vote then?
Yeah, sure, go on. Have a vote. Why not?
For this one, I'm sorry, Ebony. I must go against your wishes, and for that, we just immediately rush there. I think we should take advantage of our lead.
I will. Everyone knows I vote for disguise.
I vote haste.
That is 3 for 1.
I can
Can I-
look at it.
Well, you know I don't like agreeing with Ebony here, but
Ebeneer smiles slightly.
You should keep up that trend. For this decision alone.
I mean, I'm not going out there looking like me either way. It's whether you guys want it.
So that's 3-2, with 1 abstaining, and we've got Creep who has not voted.
Creep?
He's just considering right now as he nods his head and thinks before saying, I think that perhaps Ebeneer is right now.
So
Tranquility.
It's
3 for
3 to 3 with 1 abstaining.
This is ridiculous. I think
Down to tranquility.
I mean, I could disguise the 3 of us that want it.
yes, you do that. We'll be fine without it. I mean, it defeats the point of the whole thing. But if it makes you happy, then do it.
Let us just flip for it. Does that sound better?
No, it does not sound better. It is. This is arbitrary. This is stupid.
All right. I can see you are in your mood again.
No, it's just. This is.
Let
I
us,
just.
Anika, why
I
don't you
do-
disguise yourself and let us just go? I don't think this is going to come to any good end. Haste is probably the best option then.
All right. I mean, they're probably out there already, but sure. And she's gonna run off to her room and disguise herself quickly after 10 minutes. Can I do that as a ritual, or is that instant?
I do not believe you. Give me. Let me take a look.
I don't think you actually
Hang on, I've got the thing
have.
open.
You
do
actually
not-
have ritual casting?
You don't actually have ritual casting outside of detect magic and identify.
Yeah, I knew that there was 2 that I could do. I just couldn't remember which ones they were. Cool. So yeah, I'd go pop back to my room and disguise myself then.
What do you disguise yourself as?
We're gonna go as a halfling this time, but a kind of a rough, seedy-looking one with like dark clothes and dark hair and like
Dark past.
yeah, and a
Dark
dark purpose
Dark purpose.
and a
God.
dark street with a dark staircase where
Oh,
some
don't forget
skeletons
the,
lived.
Oh my
That's-
god,
that
that
is
wow. That one took me a minute. That one took me a minute to figure out.
So, is this while that's going on? Aldrin's chatting to the bartender, I guess, if he's pleasant for conversation, just idling talk. That's about it.
I am going to. I'm going to look outside of the bar. I want to see if there's. I want to see if they're already here.
You see, a bunch of people walking around, some harpies, walking around, like, comparing some necklaces that they bought, which they're, I guess, they're sort of hopping around, holding them in one leg while they walk with the other.
Oh,
Other
No, they've
than,
got 'em
like...
perched.
What? What?
I was gonna say they have them on like that one little claw finger that some like
Oh,
dinosaur birds have. I imagine they have that, and they've got it like perched on that, and they're using the other wing as like they're hiding it with it, and then going ta-da.
oh my god, that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
they're there's the harpies walking around. You see that cyclops you saw the night before bumbling around, like carrying or pulling a wagon. You don't see anyone that's on the lookout for you. Just normal Kyber's Gate affair.
All right.
All right,
Well-
before we leave. Oh wait, I guess is everyone ready to go then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we leave, very quietly, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to make a copy of the Littlest Moon.
Oh.
I'm then going to walk over to the fire pit, use Control Flames to make a big fire, and throw the illusion into the flame.
That's pretty amazing.
Just on the off chance they're already here.
Okay, so that is usually outside the realm of Minor Illusion. However, I will let you make an Arcana check to twist it to this more specific use. Usually Minor
I'm
Illusion
going
is very static.
I'm
This
going
sort
to
of
use
thing
inspiration.
Alright, this sort of thing would be used for, like, silent image, but I'll let you
Right.
do an Arcana check to twist this to form.
Ooh,
Nice.
Alright, yeah, you manage to keep the illusion moving and make it believable enough as you throw it into the fire and the fire flares through it. Make a sign of that.
All right, and then we head out.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll have returned to the party at this point and kind
Actually, as you go to do that, Bennett puts a hand on your shoulder, like, are you? Lady Dolores still needs that book.
She needs the knowledge in the book. Trust me.
All right then. And lets you do that. And someone else was saying something.
Yeah, when I return to the party, kind of give him a little like wink and a kind of a. Oh, by the way, I've put my like thunder cannon into the bag of hauling, which is inconvenient, but like it's very identifiable. So, gonna head out without that, but just sort of stop off at our table and be like, I'm gonna pop out now. Just give us 5 minutes and then join us. Yeah.
Who is that?
You've never looked better in a bit.
Oh, it's Anika.
We'll see you later.
Very discreet.
Not a fucking word. And she turns and leaves. And just heads out and like heads across the sort of entrance bit and then kind of like takes a position near the bazaar as though she's like looking at something. And I want to be looking around as the party leaves to see if anyone takes interest.
Then are we leaving after that?
Yeah, I will go with Aldrin.
I will leave. I will leave limping with Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett is not. He doesn't have a pep in his step really, but he can walk
Is he still hurting a bit?
a little bit, a little bit.
I'll give him
It's
some,
mostly like it's mostly like existing pain because like he got tortured. It's not something you can just heal away.
Existing Pain is the name of my Megadeth cover band.
Of course. There has to be one. There has to be one.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
When we're walking, I would like to chat with Bennett when we're walking.
All right,
Hmm.
he's there.
Yeah, we're talking.
No, well, once we're clear of the bazaar and on our way, I'm gonna wait until until Anika rejoins us, at least.
All right, you clear the bazaar with no one bothering you. You know, you get the standard odd looks, especially since you don't have a guide with you right now. But Annika does rejoin the party without any trouble, and you guys are now on your way, leaving Shamukar behind and traveling through the tunnels of Kyber's Gate.
Let's try and remember the way we came here the first time.
So Bennett, I hate to ask, but I must. What happened to you?
Well, when we were in that church, this thing swept down and just enveloped me. I was unconscious in an instant. He swept me away at incredibly high speeds, I assume. Woke up sore, alone in the dark. It's where that one that got away, and he points to Creep. Wow, my cat is being very inconsiderate. Yeah, very inconsiderate.
My dog is being very needy right now, but
Oh.
All right, I now have Lapcat to be satisfied.
That's the best.
So, she was there, and she had me tied up. There was no way I could escape. Dragged me all the way down to that workshop, and, well, Corolla did most of the work down there. Though she had a bunch of hired thugs down there who would help her out with it. Kept wanting information on, once they saw that I didn't have the book, they decided to use me as a bargaining chip, and, well, it wasn't just information that they took their anger out on me for. Some of them, there's some real sick bastards down here, I tell you.
I can only imagine.
He pulls back his like collar a bit and shows that he's got some pretty nasty burns on his on like his collarbone.
Oh.
Wow. Did
Jolts.
For the love of God.
were you always tortured by Corolla and her thugs, or was it ever just the thugs, or just the warlock, or maybe just Corolla?
And the warlock kept to herself once I was down in there. Corolla didn't want to get her hands too dirty, but she did when she
Sorry, I
wanted to
have
get
to-
information out of me.
Sorry, I have to leave my phone able to ring because my mom needs to call me to let me know to come out and help her with the groceries.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Where did she take you? Anywhere special to do it?
Disneyland.
It was mostly in that very room. Had me tied down. Used that fire to heat up instruments. His eyes are hollow as he talks about this.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for such. I'm sorry for your treatment down there. I wish we could have rescued you sooner, but I'm glad we've got you now.
I wasn't sure you were going to come rescue me at all. I didn't even know if you survived in that church. Oh, but I'm glad you did. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and gives a weak but very grateful smile.
I smile back. Rick, can you
That's me.
refresh my mind for a second? I don't know if I wrote this down correctly. I have some notes that in the Warlock's journal, there's something about Corolla taking Bennett away somewhere.
Yes, I believe so. She took him away. It's not clear where she took him. Not sure if that's actually something to be suspicious of or not. That's up to you.
Okay. Okay, that's it.
And now my other cat has come to also harass me.
So I'm
Lord help
going
me.
to more or less try to ignore this pain, and well, it's going to be a little more vigilant than normal. He's not the smartest cookie, but he's definitely wise enough to know to learn from his mistakes. So he's going to be keeping a good eye out for anything.
All right, roll a perception check for your active searching.
Oh shoot, I forgot to do. I'll come back.
I'm not seeing very much, guys.
No, you still got your passive perception. You're just not looking. You're not. It's hard to see here down in the dark. I mean, I guess
Right.
you've got a light on you, but
Hold on, guys. Let me just hit the side of my head, activate my flashlight eyes.
I mean that's probably a body mod you could get done, like a Warforged component. But
That'd be so cool.
I digress. You guys travel through Kyber's Gate, going back the way you came. Who's leading the party?
I guess Aldrin Trank. I mean, I can't nominate everyone else, but Aldrin. Probably.
Yeah, Aldrin. If you'll be the front, I'll be somewhere near the middle to make sure no one else will get attacked.
I'll
I'll
form
be
the
right
head.
next to Aldrin.
Form
As we're
Eberron Voltron.
as we're walking, Ebeneer is
What are we
going
doing?
to
We
cast.
we have a marching formation thing. Why don't we just use that?
That's
Ebeneer's going to cast Mage Armor.
that is a good point. So again, oh god, I can't draw. Holy
What
shit.
is drawing?
We just don't know. Yeah.
Marching to my two, hurrah, hurrah.
I'm gonna put creep there.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys march through the upper cogs of Sharn like so. Aldrin, let me take a look at some of your statistics.
Oh.
My crappy statistics.
Mostly your HP. Oh look, it's much lower now.
Yeah, Aldrin, with the help of the party, manages to wreck yourselves back the exact same way you came, being careful not to go too far off in case things go awry.
What? Can I just ask something?
I
Whoops.
mean, you just did, but you can ask
Shut
something
up.
else if you want.
What is the highest HP in this party?
You can see that on, let's see, Bennett, actually, but Aldrin does with 35.
Right.
Ebeneer is the lowest with 27.
I'm just thinking. I was just looking there at that wild magic search, and I was like, if he rolled well and got a fireball, it's still possible for him to party wipe us, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Very much so.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
That's the fun of playing with Ebeneer.
Alright, so, you guys make your way back through the tunnels, and back to a familiar, if unwelcome, little neighborhood within Kyber's Gate. There are several bugbears sitting around a fountain, looking like they're waiting around for something. And they, as you're passing through, they get up and look at each other, and look at you lot. You lot ever been through here before?
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Who?
We have.
Two big bugbears standing next to a familiar fountain in a familiar goblinoid neighborhood.
Yes, we have come back through here before.
Yes.
About how long ago?
As few days, I want to say.
Mhm.
Right?
They
Yes.
both bare their teeth.
I want to look behind
Oh,
us.
There.
shit.
I take out my side blades. Fuck.
Okay, you guys
Look,
are.
wait. I hold my hands out, look at these men like, gentlemen, please. Perhaps we can just look past this. We tried to be reasonable with them.
You lot struck down my brother
He attacked us.
and the rest of our
Yeah.
cousins in here. You come through our neighborhood.
I mean,
You
we can
come through our
pay.
neighborhood again? Oh no, there's no paying in coin, my friend. There's only
We can
paying
pay
in
less.
blood for this. One of them
Please.
blows a loud whistle, and you
Can we
see
fucking do something
several.
about this before he blows that whistle?
Well, it's like finger whistles.
Ah, okay,
Finger
sorry.
whistles.
Yeah.
Damn.
You hear a loud, like, crunching of footsteps. Crunch, crunch. And see a
Oh,
large
God.
figure looming in the tunnels beyond, as several goblins make their way out of the side tunnels. Let's see, let me share this map and reposition everybody.
Oh, please.
Holy.
We
Now
got this,
let's-
guys. We totally got this.
Alright, let's
Oh,
get everyone
fuck
down
me.
here. I'll unlock the token so you can reorganize everybody. Bennett is probably gonna sit this out. I didn't want to make Tranquility
Those are the
different.
best.
Different size. Okay. Am I missing anybody? Annika.
Anika.
Yeah, you're
Annika,
missing Anika.
Fuck
There
you,
we go.
man.
I'm zoomed out, and the arrows are so big, like they're covering the.
Yeah,
entire place.
it's hilarious actually.
God, it's so bad. It's great.
It's actually pretty good. Let's see. I need to look for one more thing.
I just
Uh,
why? Oh my god, is that an ogre?
It might be.
Fuck.
So arrange
Occupation.
everybody around.
I think it was. So it were creepers at the back.
Come on, work with me.
I think that's how it. Well,
I don't want to do this.
What was this? We thought this was just gonna be a nice, like,
downtime session, yeah.
Never do a downtime session. Not on its own. What fun is that?
They're not bad every once in a while, Rick. Come on.
I mean, you'll have downtime later.
yeah, they're like down 6 feet under.
Yeah. Let me roll initiative for everybody.
I'm about to put a do not resuscitate on Tranquility. Jesus Christ.
All right, Toussaint, it's you get the first move.
Yeah, Toussaint sees this all playing out and like Tranquility trying to make peace as usual, and he's just like, ah, fuck, are we doing this? And he'll pull out
Rick,
his
you might want to
bow.
remove something off the initiative tracker.
What am I removing?
Nonsense.
Annika, look under.
What?
Look under Annika.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Question mark?
He'll
I have no idea what that is.
Not at all.
No. They're gonna take out a short bow and fire
And miss.
unsuccessfully. All right,
Well.
Creep. Jolts is not here. What is Creep gonna do? Jolts also hasn't filled out his the fluff of his character sheet.
Creep will do. Let's do a chill touch on Bugbear 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be good?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That's a cantrip that does something to him.
yeah. So this hand reaches out and hits it. And he takes some damage. 5 damage. He brushes it off, though. So these goblins down here have pretty shitty short bows. This one is going... I guess I gotta lock tokens. This one's gonna move over here, hop up on the fountain, and let loose a shot at Aldrin. And miss. This goblin is going to do... Well, this goblin is just going to come up here and do much the same. This time at Tranquility. That's going to hit.
Okay, I deflect the blow.
Alright, let me roll damage.
I'll do it. Yeah,
Yeah, you are going to fully deflect it. Like there's
like no matter what.
Yeah, it 4 damage. 4. Like I don't think you can deflect less than like 9. Actually, how much can you deflect? What missiles?
1
Dex
like
monk, right?
Yeah,
I think it's
you can't deflect less than 8 points. So yeah, you deflect that quite easily using your reaction.
all right.
Do you want to use your key? Do you want to?
No, I don't.
No?
Yeah, no, I will actually.
Yeah. Mark
I'll
off a
fully
key
use my
point
key.
and just do an unarmed strike attack against a creature within within the range of it. That's usually the easiest way.
Just over here, come on.
You can do it.
Aw.
So you throw it back at another goblin, but unfortunately it ducks underneath it. Aldrin.
So, Aldrin, Cyclone's prepared and just kind of almost indifferent to the situation, just jumps up onto the ledge of this fountain. And as
a
it
mimic.
does so... Oh god, no! Using the momentum of his jump, he kind of swings to his right using his side blades. Using Hone the Blade as well to add a +1.
Did you get that? Or let's see.
Sorry?
Own the blade. Oh, okay. You can you gain a bonus to attack depending on the unit. Does it not have a an action economy attached to it?
No. I don't think so.
Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
I'll let it. Let's say Hone the Blade as a bonus action.
What?
say-
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold the blade.
It isn't
Is that
supposed
a
to.
is that a spell or is that a?
It's starting at 3rd level. You spend side points to augment your soul knife attack rolls and damage. You gain a bonus to attack and damage rolls with your soul knives depending on the number of side points spent, as shown below. This bonus lasts for 10 minutes. There's no action economy attached to it.
Isn't it supposed to be like that since
There
Mystic's very
are stuff in the Mystic that should have action economy that don't.
I assume, yeah, I would assume that it wouldn't have it if it was a one-off thing, but I think because it's 10 minutes, it's...
Yeah, bonus action makes sense. I mean,
All right, let me. I can add an effect for this. Add effect.
That'd be great.
Last for 10 minutes. Target self. Never expend it. And I think that should do it. Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah,
Thank you,
Mystic
Alex.
Mystic has this ability where you can grow and attack with claws, but it doesn't have action economy on it. So if you did it as written, you could literally spend all of your psi points to attack a billion times. And that's it is a known problem.
I gotcha. That makes me somewhat sad, but let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna use momentum to kind of swing his sidebows left, like.
Or maybe just say you do it as part of the same bonus action you use to create your soul knives.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay, so that's applied. So you can now. You should just make the attacks, and it'll be good.
Okay. So yeah, so he's gonna attack, sweep right with his own knife.
Okay. And that is... Yeah, it's gonna miss. He manages to parry it off with his mace.
He kind of, the fact that it's kind of parried, Aldrin kind of recoils. He has no bonus action, so he's just gonna stand there waiting for things to happen. That'll be it.
Bad things.
Bad things, so many bad things. Holy shit.
All right, Annika. Edgy
so-
Mick Edgelord over here.
Yeah. Speaking of edges, I'm gonna run back around this one because assuming this is the disguise is still up, is it? Or is it gone?
It's probably just gone. Actually,
Okay,
it's
so
been over an hour since you left Chamakar.
that's fine because my rationale was if I was still disguised, in order to keep that viable, I wouldn't have my weapon drawn. It would be in the bag of holding, which would require an action to withdraw. But if it's ended, then I would have had it out because once it's over, why hold the illusion, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can have your weapon out. You could have grabbed it once you saw that someone's stopping you. I'm not going to be a stickler about that.
Cool.
Not unless someone else has the bag of holding. Like, you have the bag of holding on you, so it's
It's
fine.
my fucking bag of holding. I don't know why everyone else is using it. It's my fucking bag. I haven't told
We
you.
have
Well,
two bags of holding. We have two
Oh, we have
bags.
another one?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
put one inside the other, and, it'll be good. Just
That'd be
have
great.
only
I
one
hear that's
person
how you
has
win the
to-
campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's instant win.
We should
Instant-
so do that.
You immediately hit 20th level.
Cool. Can I attempt a bonus action hide?
You can indeed. So make
And I
a
will like to do that.
make a stealth check.
That is stealth checky check.
You are you're hidden from them. They are not. They don't have very high best perception.
That's good. Because, see, there were so many big people, like, drawing weapons and shooting bows, I just slunk around the corner. That is slunk, by the way, which is, I believe, the proper tense.
I prefer slonk, personally.
Long. Slunk.
All right, so yeah, you're hidden as a bonus action, thanks to your goblinness.
Yeah. I should have fired first. Okay, so I've used my bonus action. Nah, hell, we'll still take a shot. I was going to wait until I could get Thundermonger on, but we'll try to take a risky shot through everyone's, like, various flailing arms and legs towards this bugbear here. Would that be advantage then?
Yes.
Yes. Which is good, because I'm sharpshooting it. Huh, that's damage. Don't do that.
You'll have to move
Yeah.
out around the corner as well. So yeah, you fire it, but you're not as clever as you think you are.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
So
what
roll.
was the other roll?
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 5. It was great. Oh no, it was a 4 and a 2. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. Roll
ta-da.
roll damage. Or roll damage without targeting anybody, so that gets rid of that. There you go. Oh, look at all that damage. You probably would have killed him in one hit.
Yeah.
So, Annika, as you make that shot, you feel something sweep past your leg, and then from the shadow of the floor in front of you, a ghostly figure, familiar in fact, rises from the ground. It seems
Well,
it looks a lot like Tranquility, but much, much darker, and it immediately strikes out at Toussaint with advantage, as it is completely hidden from him.
Fuck.
I try to call out to him, and by call out I mean I shout, "Shit!"
When you shine as bright as I do, everything.
Oh,
It
God.
punches you, just you suddenly feel all of your energy drained from you as you take 5 damage, piss poor damage, but your strength score is reduced by 1.
Oh god.
Oh,
I mean, he's a dex
And-
guy, so that's okay.
And you look back to see the face of Tranquility with just these red dots for eyes, and the rest of his, like, a lot of the specifics of his shape obscured.
What the?
My sentiment exactly.
This bugbear, though, is going to come over here and give Aldrin what for with his Morning Star.
Please no.
No, he's going
Please
to
be
miss.
gentle. Oh, great.
Goblin 2 is going to move up here and attack Tranquility, who somehow manages every combat to get very bad initiative. Just the worst. But manages to miss. Bennett is too injured to fight. He holds himself back against a wall, takes out a dagger that he has, and just holds himself at the ready. Ebonir,
Where
you hear
can I see the
Toussaint
shadow?
cry, yes.
Where? Or is
You
it
not
Right,
see it?
right there, that Toussaint, or that Tranquility, right there.
Oh, there's. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a good situation. Okay, Ebonir is going to back up 20 feet that way.
Push past
This is-
creep.
Right. God damn it, man! And kind of like flails his arms a little bit, and out of his flailing comes this very wobbly, not quite spherical. It's kind of losing shape chaos bolt.
Okay.
Chaos oblong.
Right. Is it command?
The chaotic chaos bolt.
All right, and I don't know why I'm doing that, because
Chaos egg.
chaos egg. Yeah, it's a chaos shaping egg.
That is going to be a hit. So what kind of damage is that?
It's gonna be a force damage, and again, it's gonna kind of wobble and stick, and then it's gonna shrink and condense into like a small little black hole that starts whirling around and tries to like suck pieces off of the shadow.
That's pretty
Yeah, it
sick.
sucks off. It's fuck. It, the shadow's arm is ripped off of it, but it is still very much alive.
Is it finished?
It's not finished. No. Oh God. No. Let's. Oh. Tranquility. Timmy, I can't
dead.
hear you.
Dimmy, you're on mute.
Or maybe.
Please don't.
Is he dead?
How'd
Don't mind
it
me.
go?
My computer just decided to go. Oh hey, I see you're doing something. Don't mind if I fuck up.
Oh, that's sometimes.
That's fair. All right. What does Tranquility do? Aldrin is getting like surrounded.
I'm
Surrounded by angry bug people.
Okay.
I'm gonna come here.
Oh wait,
Well-
shit! I forgot.
Yeah. Roll. You don't
Roll
have.
2d10.
You have Tides of Chaos right now, so it's only on a 1.
Right, so I haven't used it.
Okay. No wild magic. All right. Tranquility. You move up to him. What do you do?
Bonus action. I'm going to use my Warforged Resolve because I need it.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to.
You technically weren't below half, but I'll allow it.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh.
Yeah. I'll allow it though. It's fine. You were almost below half, and
I'm
that's
back.
what counts.
My bad.
Hey, we're getting our shit fucked up again.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Back in the Goblin Hood.
Crap.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. You try to pull out your quarterstaff and like drop it on the ground and like, oh, how embarrassing. You pick it back up again.
Just. I am not having a good day.
Not having a good week. Tranquility's had a rough week.
I'm retiring after this, guys. I don't know if I can keep doing this.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
I
Alright.
just noticed there are 2 tranquilities on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
One's an evil shadow.
One's an evil shadow.
All right.
It's
Well,
mega tranquil.
I think that's your action economy. So this
Yep.
bugbear is gonna try to hit Aldrin, but he's really tanky. This goblin is gonna run up here and take a shot at Tranquility. And nat 20.
Oh!
Would you like to
Thanks for
try?
taking the hits, bro.
But the good news is, I still have my turn. Don't I have my reaction yet, or no? I don't actually.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do.
You do.
So I'm going to do that thing then.
All right. So roll d10 plus what is it? 7 right now. Roll d10 plus 7. Change your modifier to plus 7, and then roll that d10.
So... Nice.
Oh yeah, you.
Wow.
So it's about to hit you in the head with that critical hit, and you just snap it, just an inch from your face.
Just like catch it by the arrow piece, like, and just throw it back onto the ground. Like, no.
Okay.
That's badass.
So that crunching sound at the bottom of the initiative finally comes out, and you hear this like, "Urgh, are these the guys?" And they throw out like, "Yeah, Gorbob, yeah, they are." And he's like,
Is his name just Bob?
you know,
They
Gorbob.
changed it to make it sound
it's-
worse.
It's yeah, basically. He's gonna come running.
Stupid.
He's gonna come running with a big, like, metal piece of pipe in his hand and swing it down on Aldrin.
I don't consent.
And I'm gonna use a complication
No.
point for the sake of the story. He smashes
Sure,
down on
sure.
you, and just as you're about to dodge, your foot catches on the lip of the fountain, and you're smashed for 10 damage. Man, poor damage
I feel like
rolls.
we should have an automatic loop of complicated the song playing whenever Rick plays one of those songs.
That'd be so
Whenever
great.
Rick uses one of those points.
Toussaint, you just got hit by a smooth shadow animal. Shadowmole. Smooth
Yeah.
Criminal.
A shadow.
It's these shadow creatures. They're always all up in Toussaint's business, and he's getting real sick of it. But this one kind of looks like Tranquility. So he kind of like offhandedly starts to talk as he like stuffs away his short bow and pulls out his new scimitar. Try that out. Have you guys heard about this thing? You can tell a lot about a person's character by what they would do if they were trapped in a room with a clone of themselves. Would they fight or...
Perhaps you would hit it if you shut up.
You cut out right at the best moment. I'm not sure if
with
that
that
was on
fight off.
purpose.
Speech ends.
Well, knowing Toussaint, I know what that other F word is.
Yeah. But you try to
And,
strike at it, and with its one remaining arm, parries it off.
Then he's going to disengage. It's a bonus action.
You don't actually have to from it, because you've got your swashbuckler. Oops.
Oh, right, because I attacked.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, shit. I can't grab my little tab now anymore. There we go.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Do swashbucklers have normal sneak, or does it get replaced?
No, it's they get normal sneak, plus they can get it in other circumstances that normal rogues can.
Yeah.
So doesn't he have an
Swashbuckler rogues are
advantage there?
awesome.
No, he does not.
Oh.
It doesn't give him
What?
advantage. Just lets him get sneak attack without advantage or another creature.
Oh. Right.
So then he's going to run back behind that wall and then bonus action hide instead.
I can't guarantee that it won't come after you right after, but you can try.
I mean, there's that.
You're pretty well hidden. I think
Before you go, what's that? And point to the right.
and run off.
It's wondering what the hell he's talking about, clones and rooms.
All right, Creep, it's your turn.
All right.
I love how everyone is back here dealing with the shadow, while the monk and the mystic are dealing with literally
Everyone else.
7 enemies. Literally everyone else.
We're doing
I
fine.
feel like I need to throw some help.
Help.
Let's see.
Oh, you're a ventriloquist? Like, help! Help! Help!
Why is that not a new feat?
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
see. This shadow looks pretty hurt based on the health bar.
Yeah, it had its arm sort of torn off by a chaos bolt.
Mm. Let's see. Do I have anything that could help them? No,
Spells,
I'm a
lots of
very
them.
selfish. I'm a very selfish mage. I only have spells to help myself.
That's as it should be.
Woo.
In that case, I think what I'll do is I'll hold my hand out towards this guy, the shadow, and I'm gonna clear away by ripping its soul out of its body.
I want to thank Stone for subscribing at the $5 level. You don't have an emote now,
Yes.
but we'll work on one. I want to make a
Nice.
smug cat, but I thank you.
Do shadows have souls?
Oh, I mean, let's not get racist here.
All right, so you're doing
Critical hit.
yeah. Roll damage against it.
All right. Let me go ahead and pull my map back up. I have to close it so I can see what's going on.
Wait, didn't it fail? I mean, didn't it pass? Sorry. So
It doesn't mean it's poisoned. It still takes the damage,
Oh, that's so sick.
which it takes none of
Yeah,
because
it's a
it is
weird
immune.
sickness.
It is immune to poison.
Oh!
Who would have guessed, right?
So it hits it square in the chest, and it's sort of this aura of energy, sort of like bubbles up around it, and then dissipates harmlessly.
I am so bad. That was a double perfect roll on top of a critical.
Well, the
Gotcha.
one of the 20s was its technically.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's a no-go. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Goblin 1 is gonna take a shot at Aldrin and miss. Not having a good day. This guy's gonna come up and take a shot at Tranquility. Poosh. Wow, not having a good day. Aldrin, you are surrounded, basically. Matthew.
Dead.
Matthew?
He died.
Yeah, he died. Okay, so I guess I get to decide what he does. He's probably gonna attack that bugbear that he hit. Poor Matthew. Matthew's just having some internet problems today.
It's
Even though
because he
he's
doesn't like the
still
sun.
he's still on Discord, but I'm sure that will change.
Maybe he BRB'd for a moment.
All right, he's gonna soul knife this guy, and hit, and then
Oh,
there he
good
Oh,
is.
there you go.
He reconnected. I'm just gonna roll damage for him though. I'm gonna assume that he wants that hit. That's max damage. He's still alive though. And then I will have him do the
Does he have another
parry.
soul knife? Oh, it's parry.
His soul knife parry. He is surrounded. Okay, sorry Matthew. I literally
Welcome
just
back,
took
man.
your turn.
Oh,
You
It's-
got a
fine.
nat 16 and dealt 13 damage to the bugbear on your left, and then parried. Took
better
parry
than
stance.
anything I could ever do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
I
you
love how
are.
you cut out just for your turn.
Sorry.
Yeah, you
I
did
said-
cut out literally for just your turn.
That's tragic.
Annika,
The only bit you missed was the bit that we needed you for.
Annika,
Okay,
it's your
so
turn.
Useless now.
I'm gonna disengage from this guy with my bonus action.
Okay.
And
Is that goblin? You can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goblins give them a bonus action, disengage and hide. They're
Nice.
really good rogues. Well, they're really good roguelites.
yeah, that's why I'm like at the start of an engagement, I'm like, I'll pop around the corner and hide. I just have to remember to get Thundermonger on me before I do that.
Also, never don't forget your Fury of the Small.
Fury of the Small. I remembered
Fury.
it this morning as I was going to work, and I was like, I still haven't used that.
You still haven't used that. Actually, I'm gonna so say what you're doing, and I will add a
I'm
thing
going
for this.
I'm actually going to pop around this way, just to
Put Ebonir between you and the enemy.
to have some buddies between me and the enemies, yes. In general, also Ebony is one of them. That is correct. And then we're gonna aim a regular shot at this damaged and hurt bugbear. And I keep taking damage. I'm getting ahead of myself. Like drop down, one knee, sort of aim down the sight, and miss completely because that's what I do.
It's getting difficult. I have to look up 5e effects.
I had a really bad night's sleep.
Yeah, I have to look up everyone did, really. So this shadow is going to actually... so who has light sources right now?
Aldrin is a beacon of light for his party.
I have light.
I have a bullseye lantern.
Annika is light because she doesn't wear much.
True.
Oh.
That's great.
So this thing is going to move over here, and then let me do a thing. Going to vanish.
Oh boy.
We got it. We beat it, guys.
Yeah.
Is then going to morph out of the wall next to Toussaint, who, despite being hidden, like it morphs through the wall. Actually, no, it can't morph through the wall, can it? It morphs through cracks in the wall. You can do that. And reappears next to Toussaint and is gonna do a normal attack against you because you notice it and it notices you, and you're together now.
Your eyes meet.
And forever.
Yeah, you're hit though.
Imagine me and you. I
It's-
do.
It smacks you for a lot of damage, and your strength is reduced by a further 2.
Oh my
I'm
god,
just
Toussaint always
making-
dies.
That's because I get focused by the
It
shadow
seems
things.
it seems to be specifically focusing on you.
Toussaint is our wharf.
And trust me, there is a reason for that, which I'll probably explain to you later. Bugbear 1 is
is
going
this
to
because of-
strike against Tranquility. You can speculate later, but probably yes. It's going to hit Tranquility. Or Tranquility, though.
Yeah, poor
It's
guy.
going to get smashed for 11 damage. Dimmy, you're muted, so we can't hear your cries of agony.
I think he stepped away for a moment.
No, he's here.
No, I'm here. I'm just judging you gently.
Yeah. And this one is going to
Suffers
move over
in violence.
here and short bow you. And also hit you.
I still don't got my reaction, so I gotta
No.
take this one.
Yeah, so you get hit for a bunch of damage. Bennett is, like, still keeping to himself. He's still pretty weak. Ebonir, you just saw that, well, you didn't hear that shadow, but you did hear Toussaint around the corner just sort of yell. Yell, ouch.
But it's a wall. It's a wall, right?
It is a wall, but there's an opening right there.
Yeah, but I can't see the shadow, is the point.
No, you can't. But you did hear him yell.
God damn it, Toussaint! Can't you stay alive for once? And then Ebonir's gonna step a little to the side like this. And then he
Don't
will
worry.
he will raise up his library stamp and muttering to himself his in the sickly snake language again, something creepily out, and then unleashes a scorching ray at 3 different targets. So the first one will be with advantage. All right. So
Sorry,
we're going-
Bugbear 1 does have a half cover against you. The ogre is tall enough that you can hit him without cover.
So I'm going for Bugbear 2 first.
Okay. That's a hit.
Nice.
Set him on fire for how much damage? 7 damage. He's looking pretty bad. He's looking all burnt up and crispy. It smells like burnt. It smells like burnt dog. Burnt wet dog.
Okay.
Gross.
So Bugbear 1 is half cover. Ogre has no cover. What about Goblin 1 here?
Goblin 1 will also be half cover.
And I can't see anybody else.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one more hit on Bugbear too. See if I
Okay.
can put him down.
Looks like you
Nice.
will. And that one goes into his mouth, and just this whoosh of smoke comes out of his mouth, and he collapses right next to Aldrin as he's going in for another strike.
All right, and the last one, he'll turn his last one towards the ogre and says, "God, you're ugly."
Oh.
Your
I mean-
words hurt.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
ugly, and then you hit it, and it doesn't seem all that wounded by it. Despite you hit it like square in the chest, and it doesn't seem super bothered. This thing's tough. Roll the magic surge.
Oh.
No magic, no magic. Tranquility, you're hurting.
You're back with us.
Ow,
That's
why
my
did you
timer.
just ding me? Alright, Tranquility is a hot mess and is unsure what to do.
Aldrin, as you kind of look like you're about to do action, Aldrin says to you, "Run, join the others. I've got this."
I cannot escape what I am, apparently. Come fucking on!
Right?
What, a failure?
Wow.
Worst Warforged
Inspiration.
in existence.
It's time
Jesus.
for inspiration.
No, I want to save it for the second half of
Oh,
this.
You
Fuck it,
mean
we're gonna
the
go
death
flurry
saving
of
throws?
blows.
He's
He
already
has
got
advantage on those.
yeah, he's already got advantage on those.
Well,
Are you
So I'm
gonna
going to
flurry?
flurry of blows this asshole.
Okay.
Too bad
Just-
to succeed. 2 advantage on death to die.
Just gonna.
That was terrible. Roll
And
your
then
roll your hits, man.
I feeling inspired by my lesson here. I wish to end this fight quickly so we do not have to hurt much more. That was not with advantage because I'm dumb, but that's fine.
Okay.
Fuck, man!
I see the problem here. I think your
Two-
D20s only have 10 sides.
2, 3, 4. See, there you go.
Finally.
But
Fuck.
that doesn't count.
Christ.
why not?
No. Remember, I didn't have advantage for the first one, so it was just like shit. I forgot to give myself advantage for
Okay.
inspiration.
All right, I'll allow it. You hit him.
Okay. Thank you.
Just cause I'm nice.
Come on, give me a bone here.
So
Okay.
let's see how much
Uh,
damage you do.
I'm going to just he can't take any. Oh no, that's not gonna help. I'm going to try to knock him flying after I hit him with this. Just
All right,
I
Gonna
do
hit the ogre
the
and not care.
strength save on him, and he fails. He goes
Barely.
flying into the ogre and like flies back in this direction, being knocked off of the
Whoa!
ogre.
He pings off the ogre like a bloody pinball.
Yeah.
And the ogre's still wobbling like a minute afterwards.
Oh my god. That's
So this
great.
goblin is gonna take a shot at Aldrin for
He's gone.
now that he has a clear shot, and is gonna miss again. But the ogre is pissed as hell and looks down at his scorched cousin and his thrown off cousin, lets out a mighty roar and steps toward Tranquility.
Please have mercy on my soul.
I told you to run.
No such luck.
Action point.
Okay. So as he goes to smash down right on your head, you hold up both of your arms and it smashes into your forearms, but you hold your ground and take no damage.
Whew.
That's fucking badass. That's more badass than you've been this entire fight.
Oh.
That's what action points are for, man. And if you ever have any ideas when you spend them, and I'm about to go in with the thing, just interrupt me. But I do like
That was basically what I was gonna say. So yeah, those.
okay.
Wait, can action points be used for things that aren't just like rolls?
The use of them is in the handout, I think, for them.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
We have
action
plot points, don't we?
Yes,
You do.
most of you do. Still, well, I
I
think
need to spend
half
that.
of you do. So you can spend an action point to turn a d20 roll for an ability check into a 20, turn a miss into a hit, turn a hit against you into a miss, turn a failed saving throw into a success, or take the dash and disengage action without using your action.
I know. I mean, like, they can't be used for like just cool shit out of combat. No.
Out of combat, that would be covered by like getting a 20 on an ability check, sort of thing. Otherwise, you can just
Okay.
if it doesn't require a check, you can just do the cool thing.
Okay, that is cool. Okay, that's fair.
You know, here's something I haven't checked in a while. What about plot points? Have we used all of ours, or are we still waiting?
Let me take a peek.
I have not used mine because I
That's
was
fine.
waiting for something to happen first.
Mr. Bitters just used his. I haven't written this out yet. Jolts, Orion, and Trister still have their plot points. Orion almost
Not bad.
spent his, and then, yeah. So, Dimmy, I have been working on yours.
Yeah. I thought the warlock might have been a good way to do that, but
It was something different. It wasn't that.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, Toussaint, it's your turn. I want to get this moving around so we can finish this combat and take a break, and then move on to the proper fun.
Yeah, Toussaint is in a bad way. Like he feels more drained than that time he spent in like after 3 months at sea in the brothels. So he's gonna double fist now, pull out his parrying dagger, and just start hacking away. Finally hit something.
You do. It's not that difficult to hit.
Yeah, no, but he's had some trouble.
Okay. So with that sneak attack, you see a little bit of light just beneath its surface from that little bit of bubbling energy that Creep left in it, and you go in and strike for it and slice it in half. And despite not getting whole purchase on it, it dissipates into the ether.
He's going to promptly spit on it, and then go down here and bonus action hide.
Okay.
You guys suck.
All right, Creep. What do you do? You're really well hidden.
He seems a little bit irritated that creature was immune to his power. So he's going to move to right about here to avoid being blocked by the corner of the wall. Like the corner of the wall is not blocking you right now, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not. I was muted. I was
Okay.
saying that you weren't, but you didn't hear me because my microphone was muted. How embarrassing.
Mm. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much firepower do you think I should throw at this ogre?
10.
I'm worried about the action economy of everyone else, but yeah, if you can take the ogre, everything you got.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use my maximum level spell on this thing.
Thank you.
Everything I have are all con saves, though, is the issue. And this thing don't look unhealthy, does it?
He's a big boy.
He's a very big boy.
he's
I
a
don't
big-
think.
He looks pretty
I think-
beefy.
He looks
It-
unhealthy, and that he'll probably like die of some obesity like related problem. But
Stone Creep does not have catapult.
Tragic.
It is. It
Oh, I
really
do,
is.
but it's not prepared.
Why not? You can prepare 8 spells. You prepared 5.
Oh. Well, is it okay if I say I have catapult then?
No.
Let me
Don't
take
do
a
it.
look.
that's the voice of a man who knows what he's getting himself in for.
Yeah.
Because you only got 5 prepared, so you can roll 3 more. How many more of these? See, that's a ritual. Yeah, you can have
And-
catapult prepared.
Oh, here
There we go. I did my last 3.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do one better. Big ogre. Very stupid. I hold my hand out, as black energy begins to form around my hand, and I say, "You belong to me," as I'm going to form a crown of thorns around his head.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give him a wedding ring.
Ugh.
He fails.
I thought he was gonna start singing fucking "I'll Be Watching You" by Sting.
I form a crown of madness and enslave the ogre to my will.
Right. Well, Crown of Madness is different than that.
Yeah, I know.
So let's see. There's a problem.
Hmm.
So the
Down
crown
the
of thorns appears around its head, and then it swipes them away, as it is not a humanoid.
Well,
Dope.
Yeah.
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 Son of a...
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Creep is learning. He's learning to differentiate between humanoids and non-humanoids.
Grief has a very irritated look on his face from all of his spells going down the drain.
This is great.
All
If
right.
you were a sorcerer, you would have a chance at wild magic for all of those.
Aldrin is... goblins are missing against Aldrin again. How about Tranquility? Yeah, they're missing against him. They keep firing these shitty little arrows and just can't hit. Aldrin, it's your turn.
Aldrin kind of kicks off from the ogre, going over here into the center of the fountain.
You slosh through it.
Trying
Slosh,
to give the ogre a
slosh.
little snap on the tummy, and then hits the goblin in front of me. Just kind of use the momentum from kicking off the ogre to bring behind fury on my strikes.
Okay. Roll it.
I shall roll it. Rolling it I shall do.
You hit it.
Ha!
Ha
For minimum damage.
Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, and then I'm gonna, with my left-handed sword, I'm going to bring it up again to hit the goblin in the head for non-lethal damage.
You hit it again.
Aha!
For just enough to knock it unconscious.
Just.
And by that I mean it had 1 hit point left. So
Oh well.
So yeah, you
Oh, man.
hit it and it sort of wavers on its feet and then splashes into the fountain.
I stand on it to get out of the water.
Rude.
Yeah.
Annika, it's your turn.
So, one sec.
No, no,
I-
take your time. I'm just dying over here.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry. So kind of centering herself, Annika actually like mumbles to herself a little in Goblin as she like takes a deep breath, takes aim, reloads, and then takes aim because that's how you do it. I know guns, trust me. And she's gonna pop a sharpshooter, thundermonger, and my inspiration.
Holy shit! It's all coming out. Wait, is that Sphere of the Small as well?
If I hit, it will be. Should I put that on now, Rick?
You can do that before you roll damage.
Got you.
Yeah.
Aiming at this ogre right between the eyes.
Actually, you'll just have to tell me how much extra.
No, I'm action pointing that. Fuck you guys.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So you strike, and it sort of curves up just above Tranquility's head and smacks this in the middle of its chest.
So is Fury the Small not finished because you put it on my sheet?
It's not finished. Give yourself a +4 bonus when you roll damage. +4 modifier.
I don't know. It's not stacking.
How do you
it's-
adjust the?
You can hold
Right.
control and scroll over modifier to change it in the lower left.
Ah.
We can do that and then that.
How come it's not doing that?
It might be because you're on some weird platform,
No, it doesn't work for command either.
unbeknownst
Yeah.
to mortal men.
I'm not getting that. I can click it, but I can't scroll up it.
You might not have that. Just hit 4 and then roll it. Yeah.
Okay. Hit 4.
Yeah, like
click it and then hit forward.
like click it and hit 4 to change it. Like input the number 4
Into what?
into the modifier.
box next
In the
to
bottom
it.
left, there is the modifier thing that has advantage and
Okay,
disadvantage.
sure. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
looking at the fucking pluses.
No, that's
Got you. Cool. We're good.
Okay.
Right.
Hey.
We
And I have.
we did it.
Thundermonger.
Yeah, you got
It
everything.
took
You
a little while.
got everything applied. So just hit the damage. Damn. So you strike this thing in the chest, and just a big explosion of blood covers Tranquility. This thing's not looking too good at all. Not massive damage though. This thing's tough. This thing's a tough cookie.
Timer's going
It's a
off.
big
Be right back.
You were back?
He'll
Yeah,
be
you
back.
said the thing
Yeah, it
once.
took my turn.
all right, Aldrin, you're getting swung at and missed. They're really fucking annoyed at this.
I would imagine.
So this goblin is actually going to come up, bonus action disengage, and then come up through here, and is going to take a shot at Annika. Doing that.
Oh damn.
And miss. Bennett is still
It's a
preparing to
goblin
hit-
thing, I think.
Yeah, it's a goblin thing. Ebonir, it's your turn.
Hold on 1 second. I'm insulting Annika.
Fuck off, man.
Right.
I did my action.
I have no idea what any of this says, but this
All
is
right,
great.
all right. Ebonir, what do you do now that you've
Okay,
shit
so,
talked in her own
Evan,
native language?
Evanir is like looking extremely angry, and he stares at this goblin. He's like, "You are getting in the way of my tea," and will hold up his. He'll walk forward 10 feet, walking forward, just holding the library stamp as he approaches him, and we'll do Scorching Ray 1.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a miss.
missed. Very angry. We'll take another shot.
That's gonna hit.
All right. And
So with that, it is suddenly engulfed in flames and collapses. It's dead.
all right, and then I'll take the last shot at the ogre, and then I'll finish my movement.
Okay.
Come on, hit, buddy. Ah. Oh, no.
Still
he's got
hits.
nothing.
Yeah, they're shit. I just can't shoot for shit.
You hit it for almost maximum damage. It's looking pretty well injured now. It's wavering on its feet. Roll magic surge first.
Up.
Oh.
All right, and you move up and stand on this goblin corpse. Tranquility.
As a side,
What's up?
I'll wait till after the battle. No, it's just a comment after the battle. I'll do
Okay.
it after the battle.
Tranquility.
So I look at this thing, frustrated and annoyed, and I'm just going to try to hit it with my stick.
You hit it with your stick. You hit it in the kneecaps. For Mac, you hit it in the kneecaps. And as it goes to grab its knee, it keels over and splashes into the fountain, covering everyone in dirty water.
Oh
So
no!
it, like hits its head. You know, like when you slip into a pool and you hit your head, and that's what gets you.
Yeah.
So
This is horrible.
with that, I'm going to look at all the goblins who are left and say, "Leave now, or else."
Did you? Is it non-lethal or did you murder that ogre?
No. I probably just straight up like went to make it look like I was gonna hit him on the head and just brought the stick into his nuts and just watched him fall. Just like,
I mean,
And die anyway.
yeah. Did he die anyway?
So roll an intimidation check.
oh god, please. All right. Hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So, yeah, they look all pretty frightened. In fact, this one is gonna throw his short bow to the ground and take off. The ogre's dead.
Thank you.
Toussaint, The bugbear, even the bugbear is afraid.
Toussaint had himself a pretty bad day so far. But he's pretty hidden.
Yeah.
Gonna creep out around all these. Oh crap.
I ruined it.
15, that's 20. That's 25. 30. He's gonna bonus action dash and just come all like fury and blades at this guy. Blade anyway. He's just had enough.
This is mad Toussaint. This is
Yeah, he's just so mad. But does he have advantage from being hidden?
No, that goblin was looking right at you as you came around the corner.
Yeah, I thought that might.
Yeah.
Be the case.
You come out running, yeah, and then slip and like catch yourself just as
The
you're in
water
front of the
from
goblin.
The fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just going to be ready now with his reaction and his parrying dagger because he doesn't want to die. It's very
All right, creep. If Jolts is here.
He said he had to go somewhere for something.
He had to help his mom.
All right, he's gonna come out and do his chill touch against that goblin.
Oh, the goblin does. He just wants to surrender.
He does.
This is what...
It's like the hand just misses the ankle, and he's like, ah!
This goblin's gonna bonus action disengage and run the fuck away, throwing his weapon to the ground. Aldrin, this bugbear is looking pretty frightened of tranquility after he felled that ogre.
So yeah, Aldrin raises his hand, goes strike the bugbear in front of him, but instead of striking, he just kind of wipes his wet, dirty hand on the bugbear's chest.
Ooh, you get more like you get more dirt on your hand from doing so than you wipe off.
Then he just wipes on, and then after he gets more dirt on, he's gonna wipe on his trousers.
All right, so that bugbear, unless Annika wants to take a shot at him. Does Annika want to kill a bugbear?
I mean, kind of, but it's okay.
It's okay.
No,
Okay.
we'll leave it.
All right, so that bugbear runs off that way, and you guys win.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No.
No one died. No one
No one,
died.
no one fell unconscious.
Right.
All right. So
I
we're gonna
immediately search all the bodies.
All right. We're gonna enter our break first, and then we'll go over that later. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes or something like that.
I love how Ebony at the first encounter was like appalled at the fact that Annika was looting the corpses, and now he's the first one in. Like, let's have a look in their pockets.
You guys have been rubbing each other more so
Rubbing
than
off
you
on
guys
each other?
realize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubbing off on each other, yeah.
I was going to say you might
Yeah.
want to amend that phrase because it sounds a bit, like
he's-
something
he's-
Toussaint would do.
He's never before, so why would he now?
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
But yeah, because Anika's become slightly nicer as a person, and maybe
Implying
and
Ebony was nice.
Evan has become more scummy in a nice way. He's
Well,
become
no,
more.
he's tired. We'll see what happens when he
Oh.
has a full rest at the inn.
Here I was thinking Evan
Reverse.
is kind of finally let his hair down. You know, he's having a nice time.
No, I feel like Evanir is like most people as they get tired they get more cranky. Evanir is the opposite.
He just puts down his facade. He's
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get my spaghetti. Be right back.
Enjoy that spaghetti.
I kind of want to go get some food, but there's like nothing that I can just grab, and I just really don't want to make something. So I'm just, yeah, I'll go hungry.
You'll go hungry. I already
I'm
ate
not
my
even
dinner.
that hungry. I'm just kind of like, I could have some food.
Yeah, you need like munchy food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was an annoying fight.
It went surprisingly well, I think. I mean, imagine if we had hit all our attack, but then imagine if the goblins had hit all theirs. If you
Yeah.
need me, I'll be here arguing with myself.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean everyone was missing a lot of rolls.
Yeah, that
So-
was a Yakety Sax fight, I think.
It made me very happy that I have a +7 on all my attack rolls right now. So
I kind of regret not going for Dex on my ASI.
what'd you go for?
I rounded out some stats, so I went up 1 int level, and charisma, I think.
Yeah.
But next one's, next one I want alert.
I think you need to get Dex. You need, I mean, if you're gonna be, you need to be able to hit them hard.
Hmm
So
Well, that's the thing, is that it's nothing to do with my modifiers. I'm just rolling nothing above a 5. Like, although I suppose 5 plus 7's gonna hit most things, but then they're gonna get tougher, like, as we level up as well. So I don't know.
yeah, but I mean, it's just, if that's your main way of damaging, you've got to get that up. What is your Dex right now?
18. I just need the 2
Oh.
more to get it up. Yeah, that's how
Oh
bad
my
I've been
God.
rolling.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
I know. I rolled amazing for my stats. It was just like a perfect thing. It was like there was nothing below like a 13, I think. So I was like, I went to Rick and I'm like, these are my stats, but I'm gonna make one of them worse because I can't. Like, I hate characters like that don't have any like negatives to them.
Right.
So I've got a bad strength, but everything else. Let me check my actual stat list if I remember it.
I don't actually have a negative.
So I went down to an 8 in strength just because, but then 18 dex, 14 con. I was 17 whiz, 17 int, 12 whiz, and 13 charisma. So I'm now 18 whiz and 14 charisma.
That's pretty good. That's damn.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and that 8 was originally like a 13, so I was 13, 16, 13, 18, 12, 13 were my stats that I rolled.
That's impressive. I can't believe at an 18 you're that seems preposterous.
I mean, a couple of them were because I took the -5 trying to sharpshoot, but they were the ones where I used advantage. So I figured, well, chances are we're against low armored stuff. I can probably roll a 10.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. 50% chance that you will hit, and you just can't hit anything.
Yep. It's fine though.
It's fine. It's fine. The house is burning down, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, so I was gonna.
And really quick, thanks to Loras for spending his Twitch Prime dollars that he's been saving for this day to subscribe.
Oh,
Aw.
nice.
So thank you
You
very much,
are the
Loras. I
best.
appreciate it.
So Rick, I was gonna say, every time I roll on the wild magic table and I miss and it says nothing amazing, nothing incredible happens, all I can think of is the movie The Incredibles, in the scene when the dad comes back and he's like really depressed and he gets out of the car and there's that little kid who's like staring up at him. He's like, "What do you want?" And he says, "I don't know, something amazing, I guess."
That's how everyone feels whenever you roll on Wild Magic and don't get it. That's how
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, don't be a fireball, because that's all I can think of. But then I'm always like, no, this is like, it's a good thing. There's so many good things that can happen.
Yeah, there's so many, as evidenced by the recharge of sorcery points in the fight before
recharging
last.
points, making Toussaint fly. That wasn't
Yeah.
bad. I mean,
The
it,
extra-
it didn't get utilized, but it was cool.
Yeah. No, that the extra sorcery points helped because I got a spell slot back from that last.
Yeah.
That was so sick, right?
Oh, so much fun. So. Oh. I have found what my actual library stamp looks like.
Oh,
picture.
nice.
Yeah, because I've started going through the other spell lists, and I'm like figuring out what I want next, and I'm like, okay, I need my stamp to look like this, so certain spells can have certain flavor. So,
Nice.
but yeah, it's like
That
one with
is-
the dials, and then when you push down, it goes to chop. You know.
That was great,
Yeah.
actually. I don't know if you guys have this as well, but do you guys ever get this like odd satisfaction when you hear the noise of like a stamp or a printer? It just has that like machine noise and it's so satisfying. Or am I just being weird?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
I get it.
It's like ASMR kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'll go with you're being weird.
I like the I like the sound of a stapler. That sound where when you shove it down hard and you get the double click.
Chunk.
Yeah,
That's
chunk.
satisfying.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
satisfying. This is the wild things we get up to on Wednesdays. Right here,
Yeah.
talking about staplers and printers.
Oh man, no one at work's gonna believe this in the morning when I'm like, why are you so tired? Well, I stayed up until 3 a.m. talking about staplers and doing nerd
man.
shit.
Library
Wild,
stamps.
right?
Yeah, staplers, library stamps, small people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what does the Fury of the Small give you? Is that just your level?
Yeah,
I thought it
level
was supposed-
damage.
Yeah.
So it's 4 extra.
Is that once per short or once per long?
I think it's long. I can't even remember.
It's
man.
per short.
Oh, per shot. There you go. But I have used it now, so
So 11 damage, 10 damage when you're like at normal level.
I don't know, man. It's so average on 2d6 is 6.
Who would've
So
guessed?
that's what 6 plus my modifier, which
The average is actually
four.
7.
Yeah.
The average of a D6
Is
is
it?
Oh yeah,
3.5.
because of course, yeah,
The average of a
'cause,
D6 is 3.5.
yeah, because you
Oh.
can't roll a 0. Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
So that's
not bad.
7. That's 11. So 15 damage on average if I use Fury of the Small.
That's
pretty
nice,
good.
actually. Yeah.
And then that's what 22 damage on average if I sharp shot. Not if I
That's so
sharp shot.
nice.
Is
Sharp
sharp
shot.
shoot double?
I was looking at a. So okay, hey Rick, I gotta ask you something here because this seems really kind of important.
What up?
If you were to be a fighter with like wizardry and shit, like only 2 levels of fighter, can you action surge and get a second spell off?
Yes.
Is this
Specifically-
all the magic missile thing?
Yeah,
Specifically, yes. Action Surge is designed so normally like Quicken spell is designed so that you can only get a cantrip or a dodge alongside it, because the bonus action
Mhm.
spell rules. Action Surge will specifically go allow you to cast 2 leveled spells on a single turn. And that's the reason why it's so low level, such a low level in fighter.
I might have to give my War Mage 2 levels of fighter now just because of that. Damn. All right, I was just curious because I wanted to see if the 700 damage magic missile is actually plausible or if it's just bullshit.
Well, no. If you want magic missile, you go Arcana Cleric 1, Fighter 2, Twilight Druid 17. You deal a 9th level magic missile for 12 missiles. No, 11 missiles. Now deal
It's
1d4 plus 1 plus 8d10, I believe. Each of the missiles dealing that much. And then you deal. Then you use Action Surge to do an 8th level magic missile for 10 missiles, dealing 1d4 plus 1 plus 8d10 each. And you can easily deal over 1,000 damage with that. No save, no attack roll.
Yeah, but the minute someone casts shield, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then suddenly all the enemies have shield.
Yeah. But that's what Counterspell is for.
That is true. Can you use a
The
reaction
enemy
with
counterspell's
the
your counterspell though.
No, can't
Yeah,
because
but
shield's
but
reaction,
but here's the
right?
thing, that combo can kill Tiamat in a single turn without trying.
That's pretty awesome.
sick.
The Trask is
Well,
immune to it though because of how it interacts with Magic Missile. Doifam 1994. This session will probably go on for another 45 minutes probably. We took a break later. If you mean
45
season by like this campaign, this is going to go on for a while. As long as everyone doesn't die, this is I have tentative plans to take this up to 20th level.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I
And
would
that's-
love you
wow.
forever.
So you guys
Please
are
let me
gonna
go
you
to
guys
a
are gonna
play.
be around for about 2.5 more years
I'm
That
as
was
we
like
as we
last
glacially
campaign.
rise up toward 20th level.
Rick, I love you.
I
We
mean, I don't
float
plan
up
on
I've-
doing it,
Charlie
so-
after
So basically,
getting
when I-
cornered.
Dreamed of getting that high a
When,
level.
when I was coming into this campaign and thinking of what I want to do, I had like I put together a start and some ideas of how to start based on your guys' backstory, but I have had the end goal of this campaign planned since the beginning,
Really?
and that will require you to be up to 20th level, or you will die.
All the power.
No jokes.
The power.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
just,
go look at my player's handbook right now. Let's see what
Well, knowing this campaign's gonna last 20th level, Creep must live to beat 20th level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let me. I've got the Unearthed Arcana up. Soul of Artifice. Oh, I get a Wondrous Invention at 20th level.
Hmm.
I get an
Oh.
item. You guys are all like, I don't have to eat, and also I can kill you with my brain. And I'm like, I've got a ring that makes me jump.
I don't think sorcerers actually get that much at 20th level. It's not that great.
Yeah, the sorcerer
This
capstone
is-
is underwhelming. You get like 4 sorcery points back when you
Short
on
rest.
a short rest. Yeah, but
Oh, shit.
we can work with something. Like you guys will have magic
Okay.
items out the ass too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can attune up to 6 of those at 20th level, and I gain a +1 bonus to saving throws per magic item I have attuned.
holy shit!
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Dude!
So I can just be like, I'm gonna get a +6 to
So-
all my saves.
So I'm in for the long haul. You guys are in
Hell
for the
yeah,
long
man.
haul. We're going, and we're probably going to stream
mean,
the
I'm
whole
done.
thing. So I don't have
yeah,
any
we're all gonna
plans.
die next
Yeah.
session.
Look, so controlled chaos at level 14 means I roll twice on the search table and I pick what I want.
Yeah.
And then 18th is spell bombardment. So when I roll damage for a spell and roll the highest number possible on any of the dice, I can choose one of those dice, roll it again, and add more damage.
I will honestly probably be buffing some of the wild sorcerer things. I will probably just make it so that your damage dice are exploding when you
Yeah.
spend the sorcery point for that.
Well, that's already empowered spell, which like I realized I
No,
should've
no, I
been
mean
using a lot.
like when you do that ability that you just said, whatever it was, what was
Right. spell bombardment.
it? Does it cost a sorcery point?
No, it's free.
Okay, it's free. I'd probably let you spend a sorcery point to like make it so that your damage just explodes. So you roll max,
Yeah.
and you keep rolling max until you don't roll max anymore.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But yeah, that's and you guys like Eberron is a setting that can take us up there. But for now,
I'm really
think we
excited
should
about using Quivering Palm now. Ah!
yeah. So
These
Yeah,
characters have to survive that long, though.
you guys have to
I
survive.
know.
So let's continue. Is Bitters back?
He's here.
He's here.
Alright.
Okay. All right. So you guys lay these bodies to rest. And by
Is
that I
that the
mean you
goal then?
immediately start going through all of their stuff. So I just realized. So now I have the DMG proper, which means I can actually. Do I have random treasure linked? There it is. No, I don't. Random treasure. There we go. So going through them, let's see, individual treasure. Let's just. You find 3 platinum pieces on them. Like one of the bugbears has a bunch of a few platinum pieces on them. Other than that, you find like just garbage. Like there's not much
Can we
to
take-
say on them.
Can we take their bows?
You want their shitty short bows?
Yeah, I'll grab a short bow.
They can't hit for shit though.
I mean, it's not the bow; it's a wielder.
Fuck you, man.
All right. So there are 4 of them. Do you want to take all of them?
Yeah, I'll take all of them. I'll even
Okay.
put one.
All right. So it's in the party sheets inventory.
Okay.
And among them, they have 17 arrows.
I'll take the arrows.
And 4 shitty quivers. Probably want to take one of the quivers.
Oh, you have to like.
Yeah,
individually
no,
get
do
it.
it. Do it.
Just
do it.
Can't I just take one and then do 17?
No,
and
no,
can
you have
delete
to,
the
you have
rest?
to, no.
No, Rick, why? Why are you like this?
How far away are we from the exit of the cogs?
You guys are close to getting...
Oh, you're taking the arrows. I was gonna say I could use them.
Oh, do you want the arrows? I'll drag them back in. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I kind of do.
No, this is fine. Yeah, don't let me. I'll just drag them back in. It's okay.
I mean, you were the one who was like, "We need to
No,
take the
yeah,
bows.
Yeah. Here's your arrows. Yeah.
This is your punishment."
Why?
So you guys are about right here, soon to be in the Ash Blacks. You guys are getting there. You'll be there soon. Actually, that's actually... you're probably closer to Shamakar. You're probably there.
I
Matthew.
did want to. Go ahead.
I just want to insult Matthew some more.
Do we need to rest for a little bit, or should we charge ahead?
I think we should
I
charge
don't
ahead.
think we should rest here.
All right. Very
Oh,
well
it-
then.
Here we go.
Okay. If you insist.
Son, come here.
Pardon?
These wounds. Bye.
Your strength is
no, I
like
can't.
8 right now, isn't it?
My what, sir?
Your
Your
strength
strength.
your strength score is like 8 right now.
Yeah, it's reduced by 3 total.
3.
I can't do restore vigor. So so Aldrin's kind of gets out his bandages. Do you mind if I mend your wounds?
Oh no, of course I would appreciate it.
Wait, when did you get more bandages? I thought you were out.
I got some at the bazaar when we brought up the Shamakar.
Wait, did we? Oh, that's right. You went looking for tea or something, right? Yes, of course. Ebenir walks away.
Oh.
The one. For some reason I can't.
Maybe save some bandages for tranquility.
Yes.
If you have any of that wonder glue, that would be amazing.
I do. I bought that at the bazaar too. Let me
It's-
see.
This is pretty suspicious. Like
Oh,
you doing all this, your eyes, you cannot hide your eyes glowing from...
oh, really? Is that?
Not forever. Like...
Is-
As you're
is the
applying
light
this healing, it's very clear that there is some shenanigans going on.
Aldrin,
Yes.
your eyes, they're sparkling again. What is going on?
Sorry, it's a birth effect. Do you know how some people, when they're born, they have one eye is different color from the other?
Yes.
My eyes are like that, but whenever I'm feeling certain emotions, they sparkle or sometimes go different colors. It's when I was growing up, my parents thought I was a cursed child. Childhood wasn't very fun because of it.
I'm
Hey,
going to
Anthony,
do
you probably know what that's like.
Ebenir's go. Hold on. Shit, something's broken. Ebenir scowls at Annika and then does an insight check.
Do I have to do deception?
Yes, you do. You are
It's okay, he
outright
rolls
lying
shit.
to them.
I wish I had inspiration for this. Oh, no, I've got advantage. Oh no, I don't have advantage. Okay, shit. Here we go. Can I use an action point? Can I use an action point for this one instant?
No!
Please, Rick.
You can, yes.
Oh.
So, so you're kind of Ebenir. You're kind of suspicious of him, but like you've been friends with him for so long. Like he has been a close friend of you back when Fairhaven. You have no real reason to disbelieve him.
Oh no, that makes total sense, Aldrin. I'm sorry I asked. I didn't mean to bring it up. I shan't mention it again.
It's fine. My time in the mud caves was so long ago. I am mostly over it.
He's even from a worse neighborhood than Annika is.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh.
Yeah, that's
It's not a competition.
isn't it? Isn't
It is
it?
now.
Not when I lose.
Is it
I'm
really
you
losing
and
if you woke up if you grew up in a better neighborhood than someone else? It's kind of winning by default.
Yeah.
True.
No, you haven't been to England. We're all about. Oh, my place was totally shit, mate.
Oh,
Yours
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I'm from the rougher side of London, mate.
Yeah, mate. People used to bring knives to our school just because they needed to stay safe.
Well,
Or
you
mate,
know
people
what?
used to bring out.
Some
Yeah,
people
well, I
my
had
mate
to
used
walk-
to bring shotguns, all right, mate. Yeah, and you know what the
Shotguns,
teachers did not
fucking-
because they were well hard.
Shotguns, fucking pussies, mate. Can't even kill someone up close looking into their eyes. Yeah.
Well, you know what? So, one mate, right? Yeah, he brought an assault rifle. Right?
oh,
His dad's
right.
in the army and everything.
Well, when I grew up, someone brought a rocket launcher to school, and he.
Yeah, but you're a
and-
fucking American. You don't know. Like it's all guns.
No.
It doesn't take anything to shoot someone, man. You don't
Yeah.
understand. My
You don't
mate once made a
understand.
shank out of a brick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys continue traveling through Kyber's Gate. You guys continue traveling back through Kyber's Gate, and eventually,
All
after
right.
after
need a-
several hours, arrive back. Enter the smaller but better crafted but much hotter area, the tunnels of the Ashblacks.
Wunderbar.
Well, thank God we're back here at least.
We are not out of the clear just yet.
So you guys just going, not gonna stop by to see anybody? You know, you go straight for the surface back where you came from, or try to find another
Yeah.
entrance up, or what are you doing?
Back to the entrance. Just fuck it. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Alright. So you continue back and go through the tunnels with the many forges working, the Warforged working the forges and such. I'm actually going to show that image again, if I can find it. Where is it? There it is. You've got this molten steel and these the cranks of industry, the sounds of industry moving deep in this heart of Sharn. You pass through the same area where you saw the Warforged 799, who you see again. This tall, somewhat thin Warforged. They actually make a matter the moment that they see you to walk up and just holler at you where you're going. So you lived. I do not remember the accent that I had before, but consider this one good enough.
I thought you were going to use like a voice alterator, huh?
So you made it.
Oh my God!
That's
Yes.
Yes, we survived. And at this point, Ebenir has the mage hand fanning him fast and furiously as it possibly can.
Yeah, it's very hot down there. I'm not sure if I can actually use the modulator to good use, but we'll try it. We'll try it.
Do it.
So what did you say again? I forgot.
Yes, we managed to survive. We are on our way back up.
Never to return.
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Those who make their way down to Kyber's Gate often find themselves at the wrong end of a sword, or worse. You would do well not to return here again.
Thank you for the good warning, advance, and then thank you for, not harassing us as we pass through and pointing us to the right direction. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
The last thing that I need is blood on my hands.
That is true.
I suppose you lot should know your way back then. And she points toward the tunnel that you indeed came through here the first time.
It's,
Yes.
you haven't seen any suspicious characters head that way, other than, us.
I try not to take too much notice of people who come through here, just in case they remember me as well. I have a duty to the Warforged around here to make sure that nothing threatens them.
Well, I understand. Very well. So what?
Since we are passing through, is there anything can, all 5-6 of us can do to briefly help you? Since you've done a nice thing to us.
Anything you need bled on?
Anything from the surface? Can come down, get some materials. I don't know.
We Warforged take care of our own. And the Kenneth family also takes care of us. We will be fine.
Sorry, did
I
you
wish-
say the Kenneth family?
Oh yes. The Kenneths are responsible for our creation. And Merrick's, who runs the Kenneth family of Sharn, makes sure that we are quite well taken care for.
Oh.
And that is good. I am glad everything is being taken care of.
Upstanding people, these Kenneth.
They did
Makes some pretty
bring.
good
They did breathe life into us after all. And she looks at Tranquility and Creep as well.
Well,
The only thing I ask is that you take caution on the surface. It can be even more dangerous than down here, even to those who are used to it.
I
Say
find
why-
that hard to believe.
It is a wide world that not everyone is ready for. And with that, she actually looks toward a lot of the Warforged who are working their way, working the forge itself, helping move materials and goods, sort of signaling that, like these Warforged are doing what they know.
we all find our own way.
If you ever need to send or want to send some Warforged out into the world, but they still need work or whatever, then if you can somehow to get in contact with me, and I give her the contact details for the bakery I own, then I could
You are a baker?
a prominent baker, but always looking for more staff to run the business at home.
She puts the contact information away, like on a slip of paper, and tucks it into just like, I guess, a pouch she has. If any Warforged take interest in food, I suppose I could send them your way. Although Fairhaven is quite far away from here.
It is, but I have people who can arrange transport as well. It is merely an offer of generosity. If you wish to take action upon it, then I shall honor it.
There is an inn in the Blackbones, several miles of tunnels from here. It is known as the Red Hammer. Their Blue and Crucible help many. They are other Warforged. They help many Warforged find their way in this world. I will give them your information. They could probably put it to better use than I can.
What was the name of that inn?
Thank you.
The Red Hammer.
The Red Hammer,
In Blackhaven.
Blue and Crucible are the two names that she gave.
Blue and Crucible.
Yes, they are two Warforged.
Nice. This is okay.
Then thank you very much. I look around the party. Do we look like we're ready to go?
Yes.
Yes,
And,
God, it's hot. Let's get out of here, please.
Then I bid you farewell, Miss.
The Sovereign
Thank you
guide
for
your
your
path.
Yes,
Yes.
sovereigns, they're lovely. Can we go now, please?
Yes.
Yes, let us go even.
Yes, gods and religion and all that sort. See ya.
Welcome to one of Grant's sermons.
Yeah. Can you, by the way, can you just type the name of the family that they work for?
She said the Canniths. It's well known that the Canniths are a dragon-marked house. They have the mark of making, the mark of making.
The make of marking.
Yes, they are responsible for the procreation of the Warforged. They helped create the airships. They helped create a lot of things, actually. They mass-produced magic items during the last war, and are responsible for a large part of the infrastructure of Corvair.
Cool. All right.
They're sort of a big deal. So, thoughts on the modulator for Warforged voices?
Super good. I loved it.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Well, how did you do that? I must know.
I'm using Voice Meter, which has a built-in modulator with a bunch of different effects that you can just move around, and you just sort of have to mess with it to figure out what it does. And I just know that this one has sort of a robot-y effect.
That's so good, yeah.
So I don't think I'll make huge use of it, but for some Warforged it might fit better than others, you know?
Yeah.
I need it in my life now.
Oh god, we're gonna have two. We're gonna have two people doing it.
Oh god.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, so you managed to get back by... Let me consult my scrolls. I don't want to do that. I wanted to... There we go. Consult my scrolls.
See, when I want to do this, I want to do something stupid like dicey affairs or shit.
I don't know what you just said, but okay.
Yeah, you just like mumble to yourself.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
plotting how to castle,
yes.
not following his peaceful ways.
So you managed to return to the surface after about 3 hours traveling underground from Shamakar. Let's see, lower wards. So you emerge once again in the Fallen, with its... You take the elevator up, which, with a hiss, brings you up to the surface. The Artificer, of course, that you had captured before is long gone. Even though you sort of... No, you let him free, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took his stuff, you stole his clothes, and then set him free.
Not all of his clothes, just the ones that protect us from stuff.
Yeah.
You have his goggles on you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They protect me from stuff.
Well, they haven't protected you from much so far. Just say.
Excuse me, who hasn't died today? Who hasn't died in the last
Everyone.
week?
Okay, well, if we're gonna go that far back.
I mean, maybe it was the goggles that were inhibiting your aim, right?
Should we head direct? Should we grab a sky coach and head direct back for the inn?
Oh,
Yeah.
Bennett, turns... I think I need to make a trip to House Civis Station and check in with Lady Dolorith. She's to arrive here next week, and I need to make sure that she knows I'm safe. I would like those notes on the book.
Yes, I will compile everything from memory. I have an excellent memory.
Well, I really need to send to her post haste, if you could.
I will do that in the next couple of days. Where should I meet you / send notes to? What shall we? How we do this?
Well, I suppose we could meet at the Eye of the Beholder again.
Mm.
I'm not going to stay there anymore, just in case. Well, Corolla comes calling again.
I
Well,
mean, we are
She
staying
didn't
there.
attack us there, right? She attacked us at the church.
Yes, who would attack that place when
Don't-
there's a giant beholders
I
there?
don't know what information I may have given her in my weakened state.
Would you work on recalling? It may be very important.
It's all a haze to me.
Yeah, don't pressure the poor man, Ebony. He's been through enough.
Speaking of hazes, could we take a moment to discuss why the fuck a Shadow Tranquility was putting his business all up in my business?
There was a shadow tranquility? I did not even see such a thing.
Can I do an Arcana
Did
check?
the doors shadow me?
Yeah, Ebony, you can roll an Arcana check.
do not worry. I killed the shit out of him, but it was a terrible experience.
You have no
So
idea.
that's-
You have no idea. You must have pissed off a god or something. Like,
Who knows any bloody more? Did you say something about the sovereigns?
I'm gonna guess it's because you got too close to that lady.
I
you
did
mean?
not touch her.
it did not.
No, we're not. Wait.
The lady. You say the gods got mad at him because he well, he did whatever to the prisoner.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's right. You're 100% spot on there.
Look, it does not matter.
I- It does matter if it chases after him again.
I mean, I assume all, 5, 6 of you were so busy and occupied with it that it is probably destroyed by now.
Can we just go to the inn? I really could use with a cup of good tea.
A cup of good tea. I will make
Yes,
you
yes.
some good tea, Ebony.
Yes.
Let's go.
The books are all important, but forget about the shadow version of our friend. Yes, let's go.
This just seems like another day at this point, doesn't it?
I feel like we're starting to see eye to eye. And she turns to Ebony. No fucking jokes.
Toussaint, you've lost a couple of inches if you're seeing eye to eye again.
Ah, you
Yes,
said
because
no
they-
jokes.
Beat down by a fucking shadow tranquility.
Tranquility, is your shadow attached to you now?
I lift up my feet and actually check to see if there's a shadow. I believe so.
Well, give me a sec.
No.
Oh no.
'Cause-
Oh god, no.
Let me
Why did anyone
take a
talk?
peek.
Shut up!
Yes, your shadow has returned to you.
Oh.
Oh.
But yes, your characters don't know, but when he was hit by the Eldritch Blasts, it triggered the Warlock's ability, which is to summon a shadow to basically take control of the shadow of a creature that it drops to 0 HP.
What?
I
Oh,
didn't even know that was a thing.
It didn't. Well, this is a custom stat block that I made, and I added that ability in.
And I was pretty unkind, so I guess
That
that
is
was me.
still
Yeah,
awesome.
basically, it just told like get that perverted bastard and make sure he doesn't bother me ever again. And it tried. It got close in a way.
Yeah, no, that was real bad.
Is that what the people in the chat were talking about?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
what. This is what Doifam
Yeah.
pointed out to me. I actually almost missed it.
Yeah, the thing is I think Rick was doing some prep and a few people saw it and the rest of us just kind of said nope.
I'm not gonna watch it, yeah.
No, that he just caught that during the thing. He noticed it on the stat block. Big ups to Doifam 1994. He's a bro.
you're the best.
But yeah, you guys, you have your shadow. Shadow follows you everywhere.
Then should we make our way to the inn? I think we could all use some good meal, good drink, and some relaxation, right?
Yes.
We
What house I'm sorry, last question. What house did Bennett check in? House Civis?
Yes, he's going to a House Civis outpost to send a letter. House Civis are a gnomish dragon-marked house, and they handle a lot of the long-distance communication
Right.
on Corvair.
Okay. Alright.
So
Lady, whatever her
Bennett,
name is.
yeah, to
ahead.
Lady Dolorith.
Right.
And so, you lot depart. Bennett takes a sky coach and gets dropped off over in Rowan's Gate. Or in, well, actually, no, up a level. Up a level. Probably gets dropped off in I think it's Tavik's Market that has the Civis place. However, he pays for your passage, and you lot are dropped off in the Underlook in District, back at the Eye of the Beholder.
I'm going to get some good tea.
Wonderful.
So with this, we're going to transfer into some downtime, a week of downtime.
Oh, thank
Yes.
God!
Oh, yeah.
Could you pull up the downtime thingy bugger?
Maybe.
And we have money to afford downtime this time.
Oh, and we need to buy daily expenses, right?
Like, I need
I'll hand wave. Well, yes, you do when you're doing
Okay.
besides working.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Is it notes? Where is it? No, it's not notes. What is it under?
Okay.
I'm
Story?
sorry I messed up, guys.
Oh, it's fine.
God damn it!
If not you,
That's
then
fine,
Toussaint.
I mean,
Yeah.
I see. I trust
Toussaint
everything.
probably would have helped her go, and it would have been very awkward.
I know.
I was preparing myself for that. I was preparing myself to deal
I
with
have-
that as a DM.
I have a feeling you have had a sigh of relief when they said Creep Taker.
I mean, in a way, Creep could have skinned her. Like, it was a 50-50.
What is? Well, sorry, where are the rules on
Downtime.
lifestyle?
They are. I had them.
Lifestyle expenses. I just found it. 157 in the
X.
player's handbook.
Expenses. Here you go. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, it's expenses. Okay.
Yeah.
Like looking through
So I'm gonna
the
run
storage.
2 long rests for you guys, so you're back up to full with all your hit dice and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, I don't have to spend any.
Yay! Oh my god, back up to back with actual hit
That
dice.
feels good.
Yay! Ah, finally!
Can
Oh my
I
God.
switch to comfortable lifestyle?
Yeah, totally.
Because I think he would. I think Ebeneer is definitely comfortable.
At this point,
How long
I
are we
think
paying for, sorry?
He's paying for his lifestyle expenses.
Yeah, how long?
Up to however long you want. You have to pay for 5 days for this downtime, though.
Right.
5
I'm
days
ba-
for the downtime.
Right. So I'm banking. Okay.
Now, you usually pay a week or a month ahead.
Well, I'm going to. Well, I'm already good then with my modest, so that's not bad.
All right, so I'm gonna go left to right. So you guys got 5 days of downtime. What does Annika do?
So, she's gonna try and make use of this spleen from that fucking roper that she found. What was it?
Okay.
Yeah, roper. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
roper spleen because I can't spell. So that's a primary thing. She's gonna first off see if it can be used into any kind of like something that could be applied to armor to permanently make it better, and if not, attempt to infuse it into a potion. Just so a bit
roll
of preliminary
an-
research.
Roll an Arcana check.
An Arcana check with that Arcana skill.
Yes. So you know that you could use it to craft a potion of invulnerability. That is just straight up, you could make this, it gives you a minute of resistance to all damage. Outside of that,
That's pretty good. Great.
you might be able to include it in, say, a cloak or ring of protection, maybe.
Oh, would it cloak or ring of protection?
You might be able to also include it in bracers of defense might be able to benefit from that as well.
Wait, I need to get my DMG.
Do what?
I need to grab my DMG to look at these items. So what did you say? Cloak or Ring of Resistance? Is that just a resistance spell or
That's
what's effect?
they are both +1 to AC and saving throws, I believe.
Ah,
Wait, no, Ring of Resistance. That's wrong. Ring of Protection. Ring or Cloak of Protection. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah.
Which they both give. They require attunement, give a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. I don't know what that was, but it freaked me out.
Yeah,
Uh,
me
little
out too.
Jingling.
apparently my PS4 decided to do like an update thing, like without warning me or doing anything to like
Yeah,
give me a heads up.
that's modern hardware.
Okay, you
Hey,
can stop
I'm
now.
updating. I'm updating.
Hey, I'm updating.
Getting all in your updates. Can we attempt to craft a ring then? In my downtime?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Rings are actually rare. They take quite a while to make.
Oh, we'll do the
Uh,
cloak thing, because that's uncommon.
Okay. Okay. So a common item takes 5 days. An uncommon item takes 25 days. So you could make some progress on it now.
Yes, we will do that.
Okay. So mark down unfinished Cloak of Protection, and then put like 5 of 25 days. You will need to get 200. You'll need to spend 200 gold in materials for it. But once you spend that, you can just work on it over time in later downtime. But
Right.
you'll probably after the next little arc, you'll probably have more. Spoilers, I suppose.
Oh lord.
Where is my prep? There is my prep. There it is. Okay. So that is Annika. What does Toussaint do during this week?
Well, I had a minor shopping thing, I think.
Yes.
unless you
So
wanted to
first
count it
shopping,
as-
since you are in a large city, you can easily go to a House Cannith dispensary and buy any uncommon magic item using the costs in the downtime rules. Actually, I believe I do have rules where it takes a day, but for the sake of this, we'll say that you can do it alongside your other downtime.
Yeah, more or less, he just wanted to find himself a gun.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot that. Let me give you a read.
Super simple, except extra complicated.
Yes. Yes. So this need not necessarily be alongside anything else. This can be done alongside other downtime.
Okay. As far as other downtime, he'd probably do some carousing because being in the dark and the dank and the ladies were
Okay.
not exactly what he was hoping for. It's time to hobnob with some people at some brothels and bars. And
So while you're out carousing on, say, the second day of this week, you find yourself in the bazaar, the bazaar district near where the Eye of the Beholder is. You're just looking around, about to go get some drinks and, smoking drugs and drinking with lots of pretty women. That is what Toussaint does.
yeah.
However, something catches your eye. There is a rare weapons seller who claims to be selling all manner of magic items and rare goods. And you see a glint in something laying out on the table in front of him. It's a familiar glint.
Yeah, Toussaint would be intrigued. He would approach this seller, whatever they may look like.
The man is a seedy-looking man. Just the seediest looking motherfucker you've ever seen. He is he's like wearing this heavy, ragged jacket that probably has even more goods in it. He's got a broken smile, looks like he's been punched in the face a few times, a crooked nose. Looks like he's got some fresh bruising on the side of his face, a few scars. His hands are scarred and broken. This guy's been around the block a few times. Welcome, sir. I am I am just, oh man. They call me Dirty Dan.
Oh God!
Does anything I see here interest you?
Oh, God.
Perhaps some sort of finesse rapier, and he reaches down and pulls from a little rack above him a shining looking rapier that has some metal flaking off of it and is probably totally a fake.
Monsieur Dan, this is quite a moniker. I am Toussaint Valentin Duchamp.
Well, that is
it
quite a
pleasure
moniker.
to make you.
That is quite a moniker of your own.
Oh, grand as the man, yeah.
Indeed.
This sword, I have many swords, and he kind of like just holds up his arms.
Did you
What
just
caught my eye?
Did you take all of the goblin scimitars?
No, he's just got a scimitar, but he's got a
Just-
short sword.
Just open your
Very-
vest and it's just got like 12 scimitars on either side. Yeah.
Blades,
yeah,
blades are something I have in abundance, but what caught my eye was this item on the table.
Yes, looking down at it, give me a second to read a thing. It would be really nice if I could pull this off without asking you the information that I need, but I might have to.
Yeah, no, it's no problem.
Yeah, this is
I believe.
let me just do that in the
Mhm.
PMs. Let's see if I can oh, there he is. Never mind. It's got the letters C or C small d capital C on it in flowing letters on the handle. It is it's got a lovely like mother of pearl grip, just this shining glorious white comfortable grip with this inscribed in it. It has not been polished in quite some time. It's got a bit of rust on it. But judging by the looks of it, it is a revolver, one of the rare ballistic weapons that were brought in the last few years of the last war. And it looks very familiar to you. You are overcome with this intense nostalgia.
This, I think, is a treasure amongst all of this other rabble at the bazaar today. Where did you come across this?
Oh, there was a woman a bit down on her luck who was looking for a little living money, a little spending money. She didn't seem too torn up by letting it go, though. I paid a pretty penny for it, though.
I believe it. It is wonderful. She was in the city, you say?
Oh yes, it must have been about 5 months ago.
Sometime. No one has bought this in this time. Do you see the aura about it? It is a dead man's gun.
She did say that the man who once wielded it was near and dear to her, but she simply had to, you see. Whether he's dead or not, I couldn't say. But its previous owner, I don't think, detracts from its value.
It is sad. It carries a shame, my friends. They say, Toussaint, you have a way of seeing things without seeing things. I can tell this weapon. It is a shameful thing. But I think if the price is right, I could maybe take it off your hands.
I forgot my special rules. Did I? I never statted them out, did I? I mean, why would I? I mean,
I don't know if it was at some point.
I mean, in like Fantasy Grounds. Do
No,
I have
don't
any?
think
Do I have
it
any
was.
handout for these? Variant rules,
I believe
setting.
there are rules for revolvers and stuff in the DMG.
Yeah, but those are a bit strong.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But it's not magical. I'll have to find the rules on it, but I would let go of this for about 350 Galathars. You don't find many of these outside of House Cannith's greedy little grasp.
Oh, this is true. It's so expensive. I mean, for a weapon that is as beautiful as it is, carries such a dark past.
Like I said, I care little of its dark past. They do call me Dirty Dan, after all.
This is true, Dan. This is true.
These
maybe-
things are rare. Only a few hundred of them were ever made, and by the most skilled of House Cannith's artificers.
Well, I have shown my hand. You know that I am interested.
Oh yes.
Maybe I agree to your price. If maybe you throw in some bullets. I cannot use this without.
Oh,
ammunition.
you would wound me by taking away some of my own extra leverage, but you are quite the knowing man. And he reaches down and rummages in some boxes underneath the stand and brings out a small wooden box. And by small, I mean it's only like a few inches across on either side. And sets it down, lifts off the top, and you see that it is filled with it's filled with bullets in their original packaging. There's about there's 11 in there.
These are new. Another rare find. Then you have an eye for business. I see.
I have my connections.
Ha! Don't we all?
Admittedly, some of these were sold alongside the gun. Some of them also came into my hand via connections. We all have our own.
Agreed. Tell me then. As Toussaint starts like counting out coin, just as a show of good faith. This woman, where did you encounter her in the city?
Oh, she actually approached me. I was sitting here selling some of my wares, and it seemed that she didn't want to get rid of it and make a big show of it. She was dressed all in black, wearing a cloak, trying to hide herself, very poorly, I might add.
She did not look well, I assume.
She seemed a bit distraught, but more in need of money than any emotional baggage that one might worry about. If someone does not look well when they are selling, it's usually better not to buy. Last thing I need is some dragon's blood addict to come back at me asking what they gave to me in a high rush.
This is true. You are a smart man, then. I think we can do business today. But I still cannot help but think you are taking advantage of me, maybe a little. Still, I think we have done well. And Toussaint will pay him the 350, mostly in platinum.
Okay. He takes it and counts out the platinum dragons and the golden Galathars, making sure that they are all up to snuff. Impressed, making comments about how impressed he is with your personal wealth. And he puts he gets another box, which is also familiar. It is like a jewelry box lined with velvet, with an indentation for the revolver, and several bullets also belong to you at some point. I mean, wow. I just, yeah. Also fills you with nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trip over my own fucking ass on everything, Everyone will forget about it, just like they forgot the thing with Aldrin.
No, don't. Never. God damn it.
Some of us didn't forget.
Why do you like this, Rick?
So yes, you get the revolver, 11 bullets. It also includes a cleaning kit for it. It definitely needs it. But yes, you get that. I will stat out revolver later.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You know that you could probably buy more bullets at House Cannith, but any firearms or such purchased from House Cannith, they keep quite strict records on that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And
for carousing, let's have you roll that. So, lower class, middle class, or upper class?
Middle.
All right.
It's 100 gold.
So 100 gold, and roll that persuasion check.
I got this, guys. I got this. I don't got this, guys. Oh.
So you spend 100 gold and go out on the town, and you have a good time. You get drunker than you really should, and ultimately don't make any long-standing friends, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. It's still better than being down in the underbelly.
For sure. How about Ebonir? Actually, let's take care of Aldrin, because I know it's getting really late for our friends across Yon Pond.
It's fine for me. I'm going to be up quite late
Okay.
tonight, so feel
Man,
free.
Ebonir, you have like 10 empty spaces in your inventory at the bottom. It's actually
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know.
hilarious.
I know, because it always adds, but I'll delete them.
All right, what
Okay, so
is?
Sorry,
yeah.
I was muted when I was speaking. Is
Do
anyone
you-
going to need Annika for the next bit? Because I may disappear and go to sleep
Okay.
if not.
So you okay.
No.
go
I
ahead.
don't
See you,
think
man.
so, no.
Good game.
Yeah,
You have a good one.
Night.
Later,
good
man.
game. Good session, Rick.
Have a good night.
Enjoy.
You too.
Good night.
All right, Ebonir, what do you do?
I've got 3 things to do. One is I have 7 gems in my pouch I'd like to sell.
All right, throw them in the party sheet. Are you guys going to sell those quivers? Actually, Aldrin, you need one for those arrows.
Yeah. Oh, what arrows? I have no arrows.
Oh, did you give
You know
all
who
of the
has my
arrows?
arrows?
Okay.
Oh, right. You know, I need a second one because I have 27 arrows now.
All right, take that.
Can I put my shot
Really quick, Ebonir, take back the gems.
Okay.
Take back the gems because I got to sell the quiver.
Can I put the short bows in?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Anything anyone else wants to sell for the half price? Normal half price? No? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Okay.
Nothing I can think of.
Alright, now you can put the gems in. Because the gems you can get full price for.
Ugh.
You can do it. Drag and drop.
Oh,
Just haul each
Matthew,
of the
I
gems
feel
onto
your
the
pain.
table.
I feel your pain, Matthew.
So awful. So awful.
Alright. Is that it? For gems?
That's all. That's 7 of them.
Okay. Whoop. And do you want this distributed or in micropayments? Don't ask.
Distributed is fine.
Okay.
I don't want to cheat the party.
All right, and that's the first thing. So you've
the second thing is not a downtime activity, so it's a little tricky. I'd like to find a bookmaker.
a book, so a scribe.
Well, I don't know how books are made in Eberron.
They have printing presses.
Yes, let's go to a printing press. The smallest printing press shop I can find.
You go to your local FedEx Kinko's. Roll me a persuasion check. Or,
I haven't even told you what I want to do yet.
Well, yeah, but you've got to find. Well, okay, what do you want to do with this? Because I don't
Well,
even
I
know if
gotta-
you can find one to begin with.
Well, I'm trying to basically make a forged copy of this book.
Okay, so you need a skilled forger.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Too bad you don't.
But
know
it's
the one in the party.
it's not an accurate forge. That's the point. I'll RP with the forger.
Okay, so roll a persuasion check first of all. This is your expedited gather information check, basically.
Yeah, hold on, wrong. I dragged the wrong thing. Persuasion.
So with the 17, you ask around and manage to find one, probably down in the lower wards, lower Dura, the western part of the city. You find a small printing press who takes, basically makes handouts for jobs mostly. Like, oh, we're hiring temporary workers because we need them.
Right.
It is called Renaud's Books and Flyers. It looks very old. It's got the symbol outside front of it is like a printing press with a gnome standing at it. Any paint that was on it has been washed away by time.
Okay. So I go in and try and find the head person.
Yeah. It's run by one person, a little gnome. He speaks with a thick accent. Oh yes, what do you want here? Don't you see that I am a busy man? And he's got like blank paper up to the ceiling against one corner and gigantic buckets of ink on the other, and a gigantic printing press that you're surprised that he can even use.
I look around to see who's in the shop.
You're it.
Okay, and then
He's also got a huge bushy beard, or a mustache specifically, that goes down past his chin.
I start speaking in Gnomish. I have a special job for you if you think you're up for it.
You think just because I'm a gnome I want to speak in Gnomish? It's quite presumptuous of you. But he responds in Gnomish, so what is it that you want done?
I pull out the book and I says, forgive me for using the Gnomish, but I need to make sure we're not overheard. I need a bad copy of this book made. I want you to copy it, but I want you to alter things slightly. I want on every page I want one word slightly different, and this is very important. And I turn to the last page.
They're not actually any words. It's just a picture book.
Oh, it's just a picture book?
Yeah, it's just illustration.
Oh.
That's actually part of what makes it so disturbing.
Okay, in that case, I want this book copied exactly, except for the very last page. And I show him the last page with the demonic moon. I says, I want this to be a nice, friendly moon, smiling instead of this god-awful thing. But you have to match the cover as best as you can. Can you do that?
It'll take me a bit. There's nothing that I can't manage. I do charge extra for specialty orders like this.
How much?
It'll be about the week's worth. I charge you 50 gold for it. Plus another 25 for materials.
Evanir kind of gives him a little stare and he says, all right, I'll accept that. But you must keep this secret. Chances are, if anyone finds out what you're doing, your life could be in danger. Do you understand me?
Well, that's another 25 gold on top of that, if you're going to say that.
No. 75 gold, copy the book, or I go to your other competitor.
What competitors? Do you see how busy I am? Look at that. And he points at the stack of papers up against the wall.
I'll tell you what. I'll make it 200 gold complete if you can do it in a day.
Day. We're talking from right now, or?
Yes, I mean right now. This book can't be... It would not be a good idea for this book to be in your hands long.
He cracks his little gnome knuckles, cracks his little gnome neck. I'll see what I can do. But I want the 75 up front.
75 gold. There you go. And I just reach into my pouch of holding and pull out 75 gold.
He takes it greedily, but keeps it in a pile on the counter, and then takes the book and gives it a look over, starts doing the stuff that people who run printing presses do. What are you still standing around here for? Come back tomorrow.
I'll be back first thing in the morning. Be careful. And then I leave.
You just hear a bunch of sawing and hammering and noises within the moment that you leave. It's in good hands.
And an eerie silence as he dies.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Oh yeah.
This is a risk. This is a big risk. So that will be my... And then I want to do research as my downtime activity.
All right. So go up to Morgrave University, do some research. Let's see. You need to spend at least 100 gold, and then make an intelligence check. With advantage because you have access to a library.
I also have a question.
Okay.
Does researcher do anything for me?
Let me see.
So
Your
it's a background
background
feature. For
ability?
some reason, it's not letting me share it. It says only records which you own can be shared. It's sort of like a... I don't know if it conflicts with the research, the downtime research, but it is a feature of a Sage background.
Okay, yeah, let me see. Sage... There it is. Researcher. Yeah, well, you do know that... That would basically be that Morgrave University is the best place to do research.
Okay.
And that would give you advantage on it. It's
Okay,
not so useful in Sharn because Morgrave University is like, no duh, it's the place to go.
Okay, so I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend big on this, so I'm going to spend 400 gold.
Oh lordy.
Alright, so
that's
make...
That's 20 platinum, so that puts me at 4 platinum, and that makes my gold to 125.
Alright, so 400 gold, you said?
400 gold.
Alright, so make an intelligence check with an extra +3 bonus and with advantage.
Plus 4, isn't it?
I know, it's 100 it's +1 for every 100 past the initial 100.
Okay, intelligence check?
Dimmy, to answer your question, they don't have all of them listed. They have strength and intelligence for sure, and con for sure. And you could find ones to
Son
set.
of a bitch!
You could probably find a Cloak of Charisma if you really want to look for it. It would actually probably be uncommon, require attunement.
So this is an intelligence roll. It's not like a history roll or anything like that.
No, it's intelligence. Period.
Okay, advantage +3.
Yeah. So with a 17, you learn 2 useful pieces of lore. Do you want them to be specific or general?
I want to know what the hell. So when we were fighting the non-elemental, the form was very irked my head, and I want to know what that is.
All right. So one of your useful pieces of lore, in Eberron, the most prominent form that evil takes is the form of the Rakshasa. Rakshasas are tall, tiger-like humanoids with backwards hands that can take on any shape, can read minds, become invisible, and even dominate the minds of lesser men. They are immortal, unable to die, and they have unknown influence across Khorvaire. They have been around since the dawn of time, for millions of years, since the Age of Demons. And that thing took the shape of one, for sure. You distinctly recall that its hands were not correct, looking back while researching. Yeah.
All right.
This is great.
Okay, so I think I'm going to spend my second piece of lore because this is what Ebenir would do. He would be cross-referencing the history of notes, the notated notes on the history of the Silver Flame, with all of Corolla's notes trying to figure out what the hell, what she was pointing at, where that was going.
Well, for that, her ramblings are largely her ramblings become like, oh, I'm learning more about the Silver Flame, but cross-referencing that, Corolla personally seems to just be crazy.
Oh,
Crazy,
So-
if not misled in some way.
okay. So then in that case,
However,
I
if
guess
you would
I'll-
like to learn more about the Silver Flame, I could easily do that for you. Specifically in connection to some of the other stuff you saw.
let's do it. Let's spend it.
So the Church of the Silver Flame was founded when the paladin Tira Marone sacrificed herself alongside a Coatl to stop one of the demon lords, the Rakshasa Rajas, from the Age of Demons, being resurrected. She sacrificed herself 800 years ago. And, of course, Tira Marone, this paladin of yore, faced off against the Rakshasas and ultimately gave her life to stop them from resurrecting their master. This has put an unmistakable connection between the church and the Rakshasas themselves. And it should even be... and there are some who think that the Rakshasas have an influence on the church itself, but there's no way to prove that, and people who say that it does are usually met with just harsh disregard.
So wait, the paladin faced off against the Rakshasas.
Yes,
Sacrificed himself, herself or himself.
Herself.
Okay.
She was Tira Marone from the earlier days of the Galifar Empire.
Okay.
Actually, not even the earlier days. Like it was like 200 years old at the time. But yeah.
So there are rumors that the Rakshasas have influence over the church.
Yes, and those are not particularly founded. But Rakshasas may have influence in everything. It's just how they are.
Okay. So my only question is when I pick up this book from the publisher, is it been switched? Has it been altered? Like that sort of thing.
All right. So returning back to him the next day, you find him unconscious on the ground within his within his workshop. You knock on the door and he doesn't answer. You open it up. The bell rings. He is unconscious in the middle of the floor.
Fuck.
He then jumps to his feet, brandishes a dagger, and yells at you, like, oh, it's just you.
The book. Do you have
Books.
the book?
Yeah, your book's done. I was taking a nap. It was well deserved. And he goes back to his press, to a desk. Yeah. He goes. He goes to a little like drafting table type desk and grabs both the book and the new book. The new book definitely looks newer, but he's done a little bit of aging to it.
I immediately check that old book to see if I think it's still the real book, just like looking for anything that looks out of sorts.
It looks exactly like how you left it.
All right. I will take both books and I will tell you what I do with it next session because I want to hold off.
Okay.
So.
What about Tranquility? What do you do with your downtime?
My downtime.
I pay the guy another 170, 125, right?
Yes, you do. He put his work in.
Motherfucker busted his ass. I want to go buy a magic item. I was actually initially looking for the periphery of wisdom, but then I saw that doesn't exist either. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, 5e doesn't have all the ability score setting items, but you could find one.
All right. Like they removed the monk belt, they removed that, they removed this. God, this sucks. All right, so yeah, if I can, I want to see about finding the periphery of wisdom then, because I could use some help.
Okay. That will only increase it by 1, though. Realize that, right? It would only the only one you
No.
okay. So the uncommon versions set your score to 19, which would
you're
be
right.
a plus 4.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, then I guess I'll go for the cloak of charisma. See if I can. I say that, and then I promptly think about the fact that no matter what I do, I have never been able to get away with a peaceful arrangements. So
I mean, you
Doesn't mean you'll stop trying.
It works really well against people that aren't outright hostile towards you. It's just stopping people who are already hostile towards you is very difficult.
I mean, I could always try for the was it the Eyes of Charming or something? Like, hey,
Eyes of Charming, those are an item. They are uncommon.
yeah, these crystal lens fit over your eyes. They have 3 charges while wearing them. You can spend 1 charge to cast Charm Person DC 13 on a humanoid within 13 feet of you, provided that you and the target can see each other. That's a thought. Perhaps I can end these fights before they start with these.
Perhaps. But yeah, you can buy. All of you are allowed to buy uncommon. I keep saying that uncommon magic items for the downtime-based prices.
Mm-hmm.
I can find downtime. There it is.
Downtime, it's 1d6 times 100.
So you only need to actually spend time looking if you want more complex items,
Right.
like rarer
don't
or
know.
rarer. But I don't think you can afford those right now.
No. Not unless you rolled like absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
And even then, fuck no. So yeah, I'm just gonna go looking for the for a seller. I mean, there's plenty of Sharn like.
Well, if you go to House Cannith, they sell basically all the uncommon magic items.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works perfectly for me.
Yeah.
I have no quarrel doing business with them.
Yeah. So House Cannith, their tower sits in the Dragon Towers, which is in the upper city on the south end of the Central Plateau. I will show that really quick if I can find it. Now that's... hell is Dragon Towers? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Yes, Dragon Towers. It's the middle ward of the Central Plateau.
What are we under here?
Right here. So you'll find your way there, and their tower is a large tower that is topped with the head of a Gorgon. And by that I mean like a statue in the shape of a Gorgon.
Right.
The people there are amicable, they're human, many of them are dragon marked. You hear the sound of industry coming from below and above, people working in their various workshops to make magic items and sell, many other people selling goods. So what are you looking to buy?
I'm going to go get these Eyes of Charming because I feel like perhaps I can start charming people into not fighting and not need a minute to just charm them through my own natural presence. I can end the fight quicker now. I pray that's my end goal here. Is not to fight. Is it just me? Is everyone going really quiet?
They do, well, yeah, everyone's gone quiet. They do sell those, but are you sure those are the item you want? Bag T. Bag D? Got Bag D and Bag T. I don't know what they are. It's very strange.
What do you mean? They seem definitely far more useful. I mean, I guess I could always get like a ring of jumping or, the boots of striding and leaping. Or striding and springing. Considering my strength is absolutely abysmal.
There are many items. Many items to be had.
I know.
But yeah,
I
if
know.
you're set on buying those, you can you totally can.
God, no, I'm not. You know what? Maybe I should just sit on this for a week and come back to it.
Yeah,
here.
that's totally allowed. What are you doing with your full week though? Your full 5 days?
Oh God, he's probably relaxing and like he probably has one of those little bonsai trees or whatever, and just like grooming it the whole fucking week and doing jack diddly. He's been fucked up for the last week. He needs just a week of doing nada.
That's totally fair. So you need to maintain at least a modest lifestyle.
I've already deducted it from my 8 I had prior.
You don't have any diseases or poisons to deal with. And yeah, you have a nice, relaxing lifestyle, free of complications.
I mean, I'll probably end up doing the shopping thing, but I'll figure that out by next week. I mean,
so yeah, take a look over the
know,
DMG. If there are any old items from previous editions, I can also convert those. Your best bet though would be working with the group artificer for custom magic items. But right now, you just don't have the time to do that. Let's go to Creep. Jolts, are you here? Are you around?
Yes, I am.
What do you do with your downtime?
Well, I had something in mind that I wanted to do. I was wanting to go to the library and do some more in-depth research about the Land of the Dead.
Okay.
Ebony and Creep are like at different tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just imagine like we're sitting back to back, but we don't even notice each other.
So downtime research costs 100 gold for a week.
Yep.
And then you would make an intelligence check with advantage because of the library having quite the hefty amount of books.
All right. So 474 to 374. All right. So then I make an intelligence check, you said?
Yes, with advantage.
All right. How do you make just a skill check with this?
On the front page, on the main page, you can just right or double click on int or drag it, and be sure to mark advantage.
All right, then just marked and dragging int over now. 17.
17. You gain 2 useful pieces of lore. Do you want them to be unspecified or specified?
Specified.
What do you want the first one to be about?
I want the first one to actually involve information about that symbol I saw on the necklace.
Okay.
Maybe a little more in depth about what that belongs to in Jamor.
Alright, so Dolor is the realm of the dead. It's a place of hopelessness, eternal despair, and consuming apathy. It's where mortal souls go after death. Not a reward, not a punishment, it just is. It is the fact of life, of how the afterlife works in Eberron. People sometimes visit there, not often, because it's a shitty place to go. When it is coterminous with Eberron, ghosts make their way from make their way from Dolur and find their way on Eberron proper. What exactly do you want to know about the symbol?
I want to know particularly if the symbol belongs to something specific or just the entire realm itself.
It is just the entire realm.
Are there any entities that live within this place that are powerful? Particularly, would this world have its own version of a deity?
No. Deities in Eberron are quite distant. They are not known to be actual beings. However, some manner of outsiders do exist on Dolor, including the Naltheshni, which are a type of demon, and Lemurs, which are devils. Sorrow Swarms, Ephemeral Swarms, Merits. There are there are creatures that live on Dolor, but they are usually not very good.
I was particularly I was wondering, is there a type of creature that a warlock could have a patron from there?
So, connecting that with Dolor, you figure that shadow demon was probably from Dolor, and was probably granting her power. Or was instructing her anyway. Not a powerful patron, per se, but definitely one capable of teaching someone magic. Especially the lower level magic that she had shown.
Alright. That would explain the shadow field, too, as she was running away.
Yes, that was the darkness spell.
Yeah. Alright.
That's your first piece of lore. What about your second? Now remember, with pieces of lore, you can either use them now or bank them as non-specific pieces of lore that you can hold onto later.
Did we skip Aldrin, or did the order just change in the thing?
I think the order just changed.
Oh.
Do you guys think?
No,
that
I did skip Aldrin. My bad.
It's fine. Used to it.
Yeah,
Used to
yeah.
it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the question is, do I hold on to this information and wait until something might come up, or do I use it now to figure out about legends of people who have entered the lore while still alive?
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I was wondering if I should use the information now in order to figure out if there are any cases or situations of people who have crossed into Dolor and have returned to tell the tale, or if I should hold on to the information to see if there's anything about Dolor in the future that comes up involving this cult.
Well, that's up to you. You don't think that this is a general cult, though? You feel that this was just this one demon and his student. Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this extra step forward and ask about the lore of those who have crossed and come back, and about the crossing to Dolor.
Okay. So Dolor can be traveled to like any of the planes, save for Zoriat. That is no longer direct travel is no longer possible there. You know that Dolor itself has heavy gravity. Time does not pass, and spells are like magic itself is impeded. And people who go there experience increasing apathy and despair, seeing colors become less vivid, and all experience being tainted with this sense of ennui. To the point where they just become an incorporeal shade, no longer wanting to even return. So people tend to not go there even when they can.
Right. That place is kind of like the second you step in there, it poisons you.
Yeah. It is like society. It poisons you every moment you spend in it.
I wonder what it would do to a Warforged.
They would probably do much the same.
I mean, Warforged don't have souls, so that's fine, right?
They totally have souls.
Not theirs. The ones they eat.
Gee, way to be racist.
Yeah.
Wow. You know that Dolor becomes coterminous to the material plane 1 year every century. Every 50 years it becomes coterminous, which means that sometimes spirits can pass back and forth. People can slip into and out of Dolor, but that's no time soon.
How far away is that?
No time soon. Did you hear what I said? Give me a sec. Let me roll a thing. 229. It's another like 21 years from now. Like it's been. You're about at the halfway point between it being coterminous.
Zorat?
No, Dolor. Zoriat won't be coterminous again for millions of years. Yeah.
He'll give a sigh and close his book as he just says, "Unfortunately, nothing I can use." Oh well, it was worth doing. It was worth doing the research. God dang this accent.
In fact, you do know that Delore was remote several years back, exactly during the year that the Day of Mourning took place. Just an interesting tidbit, not necessarily any causation there.
That is
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
man.
Cough, cough.
Feel like if I want to get any information on this on the level that I'm wanting, I'm gonna have to experience it. But for now, there's other things on our plate than trying to go on a joyride to Delore.
All right, and let's finish this up with Aldrin, who I skipped over because I'm an asshole.
Yep.
What is Aldrin doing during this week?
We're coming back to him. Okay.
Yeah, we're coming back to him.
Aldrin wants to buy a magic item.
Okay.
He remembers of a story back when he was positioned in the army at this on the Onder-Brellen border about this officer who bought a cloak of protection. It was a fine cloak of protection as well, and helped him, saved his life on many occasions. And so Aldrin's wondering if that's such an item he could, possess now.
House Cannith sells quite a few of them. They're quite easy to get. They do. Let's see. Where is buying a magic item? It's carousing. There it is. So 1d6 times 100. So you go to House Cannith's tower. Probably when Tranquility is, when he decides whatever he's going to buy. And they have like 24 cloaks of protection in stock. It is a very common item. And they've got them. They got them for sale today for 400 gold each.
I'll just grab one. Just grab one straight up. Just be like, oh, hey, can I purchase this for 400 gold?
Absolutely, sir. If you just fill this out for our paperwork purposes.
Is it a contract?
It's a contract saying like. You realize that you are purchasing this. House Cannith is not responsible for any harm that you come to in the purchasing of this item. Know that your purchasing will be logged for the purpose of finances, and et cetera, and so on and so forth.
Brilliant. I don't know why my accent changed there, weirdly. Yes, I will love to purchase this. Here's 400 gold. Thank you.
Yes.
I hand him the 400 gold.
All right, so I will throw a cloak of protection in your inventory.
I don't know how to use it, but we can do that next session if that's okay.
Yes. That's a template.
Okay.
I need this one.
Cloak of Protection just gives you a +1 to your AC, right?
And saving
Yeah, and
throws.
saving throws, but I don't know how to do that on the fantasy ground sheet.
It should not be difficult. Actually, I wonder if that little add-on that I got suggested has it on there. No, that's Aura of Protection. So it should just be as easy as going toward the combat tracker, and I should just be able to add a thing. Cloak of Protection. AC 1.
I'll move it for my normal AC then.
I should probably do like a video on effects in Fantasy Grounds. I think people would appreciate that.
There's a guy, Matthew Colville, who did a tutorial on Fantasy Grounds a while ago, but I don't know how up to date it is.
Let me save one. So yes, that should. All right. So really quick, roll a. I'm gonna roll a con save. You should have a +3, 17. And when I activate this, it's already activated. I have a +4. There we go.
+4.
So that works.
Nice.
That works.
Wonderbar.
And that will just fit in on the combat tracker for you forever, as long as you're attuned to it.
Thank you.
Be sure to mark that the Cloak of Protection is attuned. There we go.
Shit, maybe I should get one of those. Those are really helpful.
You're the best.
They got them on sale for 400.
Yeah.
Think about it.
And then
You could also get like a magic quarterstaff if you really looked for one. Just get
Look
one of
at
them.
Staff of Lightning. Staff of Lightning is amazing.
that's sick. Yeah.
That exists.
I wish
Yeah,
I get
yes.
plus
Look in
one
the
to
DMG.
sight
Yeah,
dice.
it's in there.
Staff.
Staff lightning, isn't that like rare though?
It probably is. Oh, someone's talking to their doggo. I hear it.
Oh,
I can't spell lightning correctly.
I'll look a little bit and I'll determine if I
Okay.
want to get that, or maybe you can look at the monk belt. See what you think of that.
I
Just joking.
suggest saving up or trying to get Annika to craft you a staff of striking, because that's probably the ultimate monk weapon, really.
That might be cool.
So a monk's belt would probably be rare or very rare.
Okay. I think it was like our
It would probably be rare, like have to be equipped by a monk, have to be attuned to by a monk, grant you like a flat +2 bonus to attacks and damage rolls with your unarmed strikes, and then a flat 2 bonus to your AC.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah. And maybe 2 extra key.
Emineer's gonna need some more gold.
But that starts
we're all going.
that
need
starts
some
to
more
push
gold.
it in the direction of very rare. So
Yeah.
so you can get one of those, but you don't have the money for it right now.
No, God, no.
No, you'd
I
probably
wish I
honestly get Annika to craft stuff for you. Once we start, you guys
that-
are eventually going to have longer and longer periods of downtime in between adventures. So
I don't believe you.
don't believe you too.
Oh wait,
rude.
wait. You have your session with the flaming claw guys next, right?
Yes, not this week though. Not this week.
Oh, okay. Are they behind or ahead of us?
You guys have just, with this downtime, you guys are pushing ahead by like a week.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
By a few days.
Because now I know how I'm gonna fuck with them.
Oh, buddy.
God.
I want to know so bad.
This is gonna be great.
But
All right. So what is Aldrin actually doing with this week of downtime? I keep closing the downtime handout. God damn it! Oh, so dumb. Oh, it's hard being dumb sometimes.
Same. So Aldrin, can he visit the Fallen? Can he go pop down to the Fallen?
Of course.
Specifically the church.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So he's just gonna visit the last there, say, "Hey, thanks for the help, everything. Here's some money. Hope you can get more people off the streets. Here you go," and pop back up, and I'll give her 25 platinum.
Oh, wow. She holy moly. Yeah, she is so touched by this that she starts crying.
But don't.
The priest that she starts bawling her eyes out.
Oh, no, dear. It's fine.
It's
It's
not fun. No one ever comes down to the Fallen to give things like this.
It's the least I could do. You're doing such good work. I have to help
Oh
in
my
some
God,
way
I'm
as I
gonna
can.
She talks at length about like she'll be able to send several of the smartest kids away. They'll be able to make a good life for themselves and get out of this sunken hellhole.
That
And-
touches my heart.
Oh, she is super touched by this.
So am I. This is great. I'll be sure to drop by in the future as well. For now, this is all I can do.
Yeah, she is. She tries to say thank you again, but then just starts crying again. Like she,
Don't.
yeah. The priestess Phala is just, yeah.
I can give her a hug / pat and then just take both her hands in mine. Say, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Thank you for all the good work you're doing.
She and she gives you a firm hug, and thanks you, and offers you some kind of shitty tea
Oh,
and some stale cookies.
I'll take it. And
Yeah.
then probably head back off.
Yeah.
Is that all my downtime?
No, I mean it's like part of a day. What do you actually do with your downtime?
So Aldrin got a lovely taste of pit fighting when he did that brief sojourn into it last time, and he's he can be young again through the form of pit fighting, and he wants to try his hand at it again.
All right. There is pit fighting. Be useful to have a table that does this automatically, but all right. So you don't have to spend anything. So roll your athletics. Oh, I did that wrong. Give me a sec. I got this.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't. That is one failure.
Are you
Roll.
only half proficient in athletics?
I'm proficient in athletics, but I am
No strength.
shit. I am.
Oh,
weak.
I get you.
He's a weak baby man.
I am like Toussaint after his encounter with Tranquility Shadow.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, is that healed?
That goes away after a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just don't want to take a bunch at once or you'll die, but take an hour and you're better. Roll acrobatics.
Aha! Take that!
That is pretty good. That's one success. And now roll insight.
That's not so good.
And that's a failure.
You earned that.
So you win 50 gold. You win 50 gold.
That's I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, and that's his downtime.
So do you want your complication now or later?
Do you guys? It's 3:00.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna give it
everyone.
right now, and then we're gonna call the session.
Oh, what? Shit, no!
Yeah.
What?
So during your last match, there was a sudden shout. So you're doing this probably in the mid city, where they got the same place that Toussaint went, and had a terrible time with.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tragic.
So you during your last match, you're not doing very well. In fact, you're on the cusp of losing at this rate. There's a sudden scream, and you're like punched in the face, distracted by this, and people go quiet. And while you're down on the ground, your face starting to swell, you see a very large man, maybe 6'8", 6'9". Hard to tell with your vision blurred. But he has his hands wrapped around this woman's throat, and people are screaming and starting to run away from him. And you black out just as he drops her body to the ground.
What the fuck?
And that's where we'll call it for today.
No.
So that's Towers of Dreams. Thanks for everyone who watched the VOD. Thanks for everyone who stopped in. Thanks for the people who are starting to subscribe. I really appreciate it. We play every Wednesday at 4 Mountain Time, 6 Eastern. I hope you'll tune in next week as we figure out what that all was. See ya.
Yeah, much love, guys.
I think I entirely know what that is. Fuck.
Scranton Strangler.